that you're coming through. Why is that song even in my head? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. La, 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 la. It feels weird being on here without a deck of cards. Lord. La, la, la. Come on over, I'll adore you. Ooh, ooh, shit. Who goes there? I see someone. Who goes there? Show yourself. Yeah, they ran. Wasn't one of my people. Who goes there? Hi. Thank you for appreciating what I do. Thank you for appreciating me. I apologize in advance if I start smacking y'all. The two people that are here so far. This sweet tart rope is really good. Sweet tarts, be both. It's kind of shell. Here, take a bite. My bad, OG. I done took like 2 bites of this thing. I don't even want the rest. It was a good idea while I was sitting here. You're welcome. Many thanks for appreciating me. I realize I cannot see. I gotta lean forward every time. I used to wear glasses, and when I started my spiritual journey, I was walking down the street one day with my 21-year-old, and I asked her, hold my glasses for me real quick. She's like, okay. So I go to hand them to her. She didn't make contact with the glasses somehow, and they hit the ground. They were Ralph Lauren frames. Those were not cheap frames. I had them glasses for a few years, and she dropped them, and as soon as they hit the ground, they shattered, and the lens popped out, and I could have fixed them, but I couldn't find the lens. And I haven't had glasses since then. I haven't even gone back to the optometrist because my eyesight is getting better and not worse. And I've been wearing glasses since I was 5 years old. I'm 42. I guess I never needed the glasses. But I still squint sometimes. But it's nowhere near as bad as it was when I had the glasses. And I'm like a big advocate on if you really super don't need like medicine or aids, like glasses, stuff like that. If you don't super 100% need them, I'm a big advocate on don't get them. Because I realize now glasses sometimes, for some people, not everyone, glasses make your eyesight worse because your eyes are literally getting, the glasses help your eyes, but after a while, your body can heal itself. It can regenerate and heal itself. We don't even need actual like pharmaceutical medicines and stuff. So the fact that I haven't had glasses for like 3 years and my eyesight is not getting any worse and it's improving slowly lets me know right there that glasses for some people are actually worse for our eyes than better, because depending on what's wrong with your eyes, you can heal yourself. Yep. And like I said, I decided to just not get glasses again. I'm like, you know what? This is literally what I was thinking. When they fell and they broke, I thought to myself, okay, I know for a fact that when people have like blind people, they can hear better, or people that are deaf can see better. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that if I didn't wear my glasses, something else would get stronger, right? Now, this is the kicker. Confirmation verb, excuse me. When I stopped wearing the glasses, my intuition, my third eye got stronger. And I had a feeling. I was like, God must have had me break these glasses for a reason. Because like I said, I had them for like 4 or 5 years. Hi. So I was like, God must have had me break these glasses for a reason. So that's why I never got them replaced. And I shit you not, third eye got stronger. You're welcome. You're welcome. I am a yapper, so yeah. As the I remember when I was little, my mom said, I'd be in the car with my mom, and we'd be driving, and I'd be, Mom, no, just talking. And eventually, my mom was the sweetest person. She was a Capricorn. She was the sweetest person. Eventually, my mom would go, girl, shut up and ride. So people make fun of me now because I will literally ride in a car and not say a fucking word. And it's not because I don't have anything to say. It's just my mom always told me, girl, shut up and ride. So I literally get in the car and I shut up and I just ride and I just look at the scenery and I ride. But yeah, I yap a lot. I know there's 4 people in here, but only 1 person, 2 people technically have spoken or have said anything really. Why y'all so quiet? Y'all fingers don't work? You just want to look at me? Okay. Is that what you want to look at? You like that? Happy Saturday. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I don't know why I keep biting this stale ass sweet tart rope. It's good, but it's stale. Absolutely. Absolutely is good medicine. That's why I think I literally laugh all the time. Like, I'm the kind of person, something serious is going on, and my silly ass in the corner laughing about it, and everybody's like, it's not even funny. I'm like, I mean, if you look at it, it kind of is. I'm that person. But then I found out I'm a Heyoka empath, so that makes sense, because Heyoka empaths literally find humor in things that other people don't find humorous, because we can see the lesson in everything. So yeah, I laugh at some. And, oh, did any of y'all see Final Destination Bloodlines? Okay. In the movie theater, when the little boy that caused all the commotion with that damn penny, when that piano hit his little ass, I cackled. I was belly laughing because that's what the fuck that little asshole get. Now, anyone else would have been like, oh, that's a child. Fuck that kid. That little nigga was told not to do that shit, and he did it anyway, and he caused all them problems. He deserved that. That's what he gets. That's what he gets. Exactly. For a week after I saw that movie, I didn't look at a penny the same. I was like side-eyeing every penny, like, you fucking penny. That shit was. Now that I'm sitting here in this robe, I'm hot. But as soon as I take this damn robe off, I guarantee you 100%, I'm going to get cold again. I'm not going to fall for it. Let's see. I'm about to smoke my weed. If y'all got a problem with that, I don't care. I may or may not touch on some cards. We'll see what happens. I may or may not. I feel like people are going to have questions, though. Like, I feel like y'all are going to have questions. Hi. Welcome. How are you? Why did I just get the urge to yell out shenanigans? I feel like that was a download, but I have no idea what that was about. I just randomly just got the urge to go, shenanigans. Maybe somebody was thinking about the word. I don't fucking know. You pulled over. Wait. So you're telling me you pulled over just to get on just to watch the live? Please. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just that tickles me. That actually is funny to me. I don't know how to respond to that. Only thing I'm pulling over was for some food. Drive through. That's about it. But okay, that kind of makes me feel. Okay, I was about to say. Oh Lord, I was about to say. I love you too. I love you too. I love you guys too. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I am the person that ELE. Everybody love everybody, and I love everybody. I will tell a stranger in public that I love them. I don't care, because I do. I don't have to know you to love you. Food and smoke. See, but I'm a multitasker. I will not smoke out of a bong or a pipe because it takes two hands, right? I'm actually pissed off that I have to use two lighters to light but hey, I literally will not smoke out of a pipe or a bong because I need one hand free to multitask. I am a habitual multitasker. And I may have ADHD. I honestly don't know. I have never been diagnosed with anything, but I'm starting to believe that I got some ADHD and a touch of autism. But I like it. So, hey, I like it. Hold on. Ghetto. I ran out of lighter fluid. And I can't find a full lighter that actually works. Thank you for loving the channel. Wait. You said it's your first. What? Hold on. Come back. Oh, it's your first time here. Oh, well, welcome. Hi. It's a spiritual day, so I need to look at everything. I feel you. Like the scenery and the trees and everything, right? I love just like, now that it's snowing here, I literally can't take walks like I used to. I normally take a walk every morning because I'll get a lot of downloads when I go take a walk. But snow is on the ground. I could walk in it, but I don't want to. I do not like being cold. Like, I very much dislike being cold. Being inside this house and having to have all this on, it makes my spirit heavy. I'm not upset about it or anything like that, but it's an annoyance. But I'm an alchemist, so I make it work. Ooh. Perhaps I will tell y'all a little bit about myself. Definitely get you some thermals and take a walk. Especially if it doesn't snow where you are, take advantage of that. Get some thermals and still go walk. Because like I said, if it wasn't snow on the ground, I would just throw on a whole bunch of clothes and just go walking. But I don't want to walk in the snow. I don't have snow boots. And I have boots. I don't have snow boots. So combat boots ain't going to last in the snow. Like, my toes is going to get cold. And it gets so cold out here, I can literally walk in the cold with no snow on the ground. And after about 15 minutes, I can't feel my toes in my shoes. Like, Ohio be on bull. This is the only place I've ever lived in my life where I need to have a coat, flip-flops, an umbrella, a snow shovel, and a water gun all on the same day. Like, and people that live here and have been here their whole life, like, Ohio's weather is so bipolar. No, Ohio's weather is not bipolar. Bipolar is two things. Two. Ohio's weather has multiple personalities. And nobody knows how many personalities this bitch has. 3 years? Jesus Christ. Of Latter-day Saints. Lord. 3 years is crazy. Dang. I wish that this house had central heat and air. I wish. In the summertime, I'm in the top of the house. This is like the loft, and my room is as long as the whole house. Let me just show you real quick. This is okay. This is why it's so cold in here. My room is the loft. There's horrible insulation. This house was made in the 80s, and the man that built this house converted the attic himself. So there is no insulation. It's the roof in the ceiling in my room is falling down like it's. But look how big my room is. There's one heater vent in this room for all this room. It keeps go all the way into the dark void down there. And then to the window. To the window! To the wow! Okay, let me stop. But yeah, literally, big ass room, one heater vent. What were they thinking? They didn't think this through. And then there's no air conditioning. None. I got a window AC, and it's been lasting for 8 years. I don't think it's going to go another year. Wait. What did you say? I wish these comments would like stay up longer before they just fade out. Ha! You got on your red robe too? Hey, red robe gang. Throw them up, gang. But yeah, in the summertime, that's what I was saying. In the summertime, because heat rises and there's no AC, and all I got is a little window AC for this long ass room. Man, I'll be in here half naked till the sweat drops down. That's what be happening in the summer. I feel like I got sweaty balls. I don't even have balls, and my balls be sweating. And like, oh. If you guys have any questions for me about me, you are welcome to ask. I will answer what I feel comfortable answering if you want to know things about me. Because I know I don't talk about me a lot, besides every once in a while I drop something about my handler that nobody seems to, unless they've had a handler, everybody thinks I'm joking. I guess I don't act like someone who has a handler. Am I supposed to act like Justin Bieber? Am I supposed to act like Justin Bieber? I guess I'm supposed to act like Justin Bieber. What's not clocking to you? Ooh. Also, about the singing thing. Those of you who left songs in the comments, I'm reading the comments. I'm like, okay. I don't know any of these songs. So, thank you. Do you have a... No, I don't have a P.O. box because it costs money. I tried to get a P.O. box. I tried to get a P.O. box one time, and I was like, oh, I got to pay for that? And I don't have a P.O. box. I need to get a P.O. box, though, to be honest. I'm going to look into that. Dude, I was going to say something, and I just went blank. And it's not the weed, because I've been smoking for like 28 years. What the heck was I going to say? Must not have been important. My mom always said if I can't remember, it must not be important. I will do. I'm on it. Let me put that on my list of business expenses. I've been making a list of business expenses and things that Spirit's been telling me I need to get. 12 cents a month. When I looked it up, it was more than that. Ooh, that's interesting. My sister was my birthday, April 25th. I'm an Aries Taurus cusp. My sister tried to get me to look up my Native American, she's my, whatever it was, tribal stuff, because she swore up and down that I was like 70% Native American, which I believe, because my mom's dad was Blackfoot. My dad's mom, who was passed away when I was born, I saw a picture of her. She was gorgeous. She was full-blood Cherokee Indian. So my sister was like, you need to go see if you have any money, but I didn't. I never did. My sister just wanted my money. My sister is the one that sold me to my handler. Is like the singing. Well, thank you. Chinese astrology? No. I just call myself the GOAT because I'm the greatest of all time at what I do. I promise y'all, I'm not a cocky person. Yeah, I'm gonna be there. Hey. Miwa? I don't think I've ever heard of that tribe. You're a Capricorn. When's your birthday? My mom was a Capricorn. Her birthday was January 17th. If this person, dude, okay, I feel like I need to tell y'all a little bit about my handler since he's gone to work early and I have time. He doesn't come back until 10. Northern California. That's where I'm from. I was born and raised in Sacramento. Oh, December 20th. Ooh, 82. Okay, December 20th. You got like what? A week? Ha! You got a week. Okay, December 24th. Day before Christmas. How was that growing up? I have heard a lot of people say that they hated having a birthday close to Christmas because they did not get birthday and Christmas presents. Oh, Lake Tahoe. Ooh. Okay. So to the person that just asked, how do you know if you have a handler? Let me just go ahead real quick and tell y'all a little bit about my handler. Like I said, since he's not here. September 22nd. What is that? Sagittarius? You're a Sag, right? No. Yeah, you're a Sagittarius. Nice. Sagittarius are fun. Okay, so about my handler. If I don't see or answer your comments for a second, it's because I'm telling y'all this story about my handler. Okay, so where do I begin? Now, this is stuff I rarely talk about with people, okay? I recorded 2 videos about my situation with this person, and I just kind of just quit after that. And I know it was because he's a Freemason, okay? His mother is a kitchen witch. She's also a church pastor. It's not a real church, though. She has no congregation. She literally throws these events and she makes food. She says she's a caterer, okay? She literally makes food for these events, and the people don't even like come to church every Sunday. They come, they eat the food, and I don't know what the fuck happens to them after that, okay? She's a kitchen witch, okay? I stopped eating her food like about a year ago because I realized it. Okay, so back to my handler. I've actually had several handlers in my life. I'm gonna have to just tell y'all. Okay, let me just go back. I have had gifts ever since I was 3 years old. I was born being with gifts, okay? My grandfather, my mother's dad, the Blackfoot Indian, passed away 1 month before I was born. So, wait, what? My grandfather passed away 1 month before I was born, okay? When I was born, they tried to kill me. Before my mother conceived me, she was trying to get pregnant. My dad and my mother were twin flames. Okay? When twin flames come together and have a child, the child is exceptionally special. It's always a gifted child. It's always a special spirit that comes with a child born to twin flames. Okay? Before I was even conceived, my mother had 7 to 8 miscarriages. Okay? She was not miscarrying. Her body was not miscarrying. She was going to the doctor and they were killing the babies. I probably won't even be able to post this live after I say all of this. They know exactly who I am. They have always known who I am. They knew when I was coming. They knew when I was going to be born. So they literally killed every baby my mom and my dad tried to produce to keep me from being born. I am the one that slipped through the cracks. When I was born, the day I was born, my mother went to the... Oh, sorry, got to go back a little bit further. When my mom found out she was pregnant with me, my mom told the doctors she was pregnant. The doctors told my mother that was impossible because they had told her she had endometriosis. Okay? So they told her she needed to get a hysterectomy. She told them, I'm pregnant. I know I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. They told her, no, you're not. That's impossible. Okay? So they scheduled her hysterectomy anyway. All right? This is what my mom told me. They scheduled her hysterectomy anyway. The day that she was to go in for her hysterectomy, she showed up and she fought with them and told them, I know I'm pregnant, do an ultrasound. So they tried to deny her the ultrasound, okay? Finally, she put up such a fuss that they gave her the ultrasound, and guess who they found? Yeah, me. Okay, fast forward. The day I was born, my mother goes to the hospital and tells the doctors I'm in labor, okay? So fine, they get her in the room, whatever. She told me that she felt like she was ready to push. It was time to have me, okay? When it was time to have me, the nurse told her, no, it's not time to push. Hold her, right? So they did not let my mom go into labor. My mom was in labor and they would not let her go into labor completely. They wouldn't let her push, okay? My mom said they held me inside of her for 24 hours. When I was finally born, I literally came out pooping yellow, because after a minute, like the baby will poop in the amniotic fluid, and that's very dangerous, okay? So I came out pooping, I was blue, and I was not breathing. They tried to kill me. And then insult to injury. My dad named me. My name is not spelled how it is on my birth certificate. My name is supposed to be Jocilin. The nurse intentionally spelled my name wrong. My mom told me the nurse spelled my name wrong on my birth certificate and spelled it Jocelyn, like the basic Jocelyn. My Jocelyn was supposed to be different. I was supposed to be Jocilin, okay? So they tried to kill me before I was conceived. They tried to kill me when I was on my way here. And they purposely spelled my name wrong because what did I say? Words are spells. My name means joyful, joker, jester, okay? That bitch, sorry, she intentionally spelled my name wrong on purpose, trying to change my energy, my destiny, okay? They know exactly who I am. That's why I talk shit to Elon Musk on Twitter all the time, because I know he knows who I am, because I know exactly who he is too. Anyway, so fast forward, I'm 3 years old. Like I told you, my grandfather passed away 1 month before I was born. So I never met my grandfather. But when I was 3 years old, my mom would say that I would come into her room or I'd be doing something. I'd be like, Mom, look. And I'd do a dance for her, right? And this is probably why I love dancing. I didn't even think about that. That's probably why I love dancing. Okay. I would tell her, look, Mom, look what I can do. And I would do this little dance or whatever, right? But she told me the dances that I would do would be from like the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. I'm 3 years old in 1986. How would I know these dances? I wouldn't. And she asked me, who showed you this? And I told her, Grandpa showed me. So I've always had gifts. I was born with them. Okay. When I got to kindergarten, fast forward some more, because this story is I'm gonna get to the handler in a second. Okay. Just bear with me, y'all. We got a long time. We got until what, 8 o'clock? Okay. So no, Elon is not one of us. He's not. So fast forward, kindergarten. I'm 5 years old. I'm in class and we draw and do finger paint and all this stuff like a normal kindergarten class. So I'm drawing people, okay? The teacher gets all in an uproar, wants to look at my picture, take my picture, called my mom. Well, I don't know if she called her, but I remember at the end of the day, my mom picking me up and I remember the teacher talking to my mom about this. The teacher was extremely excited and like, oh my gosh, because 5-year-old me in kindergarten was drawing necks on the people and fingers. Now, I found out later on in life that that's not necessarily normal for a kindergartner to draw intricate details of a person like that, because I guess like psychologically, they don't really notice that. So the fact that most kindergartners draw a head and just then the rest of the body, no neck, hand, not all the fingers or no fingers at all. So it was a big deal to this teacher that I drew necks and fingers, okay? All through elementary school, gifted, honor roll, certificate after certificate after certificate after, yeah. Then when I was about 10 years old, 10 years old, my dad got diagnosed with, I think it was he had, which one was first? I think he had brain cancer first, and the brain cancer went to his throat and then to his lungs. I can't remember which order it was, but he had brain, throat, and lung cancer. I will tell you more about Elon when I am guided to. Yeah, my dad got cancer, brain, throat, lungs. When he went to the doctor, he got worse. So I don't know how I know what hospitals are. I don't know how I feel about doctors. I'm conflicted, y'all. I'm conflicted about doctors, and I know what hospitals are. Hospitals are harvesting stations, but that's another story for a Saturday school lesson or something like that. But yeah, my dad got cancer. The doctors told him that he had cancer for a while, like years. And the only thing that had kept his cancer from growing faster was the fact that he was taking bare aspirin for his headaches, because he had headaches, brain cancer. Of course he had headaches, right? So my dad's tumor, when they finally found it, was about the size of adult fist, okay? And I believe, if I remember correctly, it was on the right side of his brain. Well, I was a nerd, so my parents, I think my parents knew that they were going to be sacrificed, okay? My family is full of Freemasons. I had no idea what that was until about a year ago. And I know for a fact my family is Freemasons because my cousin used to always say, we're Freemasons, and we're Moors. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck any of that shit means? Girl, get out of my face, right? Well, I know what it is now. And now everything makes sense. So my dad gets cancer. Oh, that's what I was saying real quick. My parents, I think they knew that they were going to be sacrificed by the family. So they taught me as much as they could, as many years as they possibly could, about how to treat people. And that's why I'm like I am, as nice as I am, right? So they also bought me encyclopedia sets, dictionaries. I read the dictionary for fun. I told you I love words. I read the dictionary for fun. I read encyclopedias when I was bored. My dad bought me a computer on his deathbed. He was literally on a hospital bed in the living room because my mom did not want him at the hospital. Now that I'm spiritually awakened, there's so many things my parents did that didn't make sense to me then that make sense to me now. My mom used to keep crystal, hummingbirds, bells. She kept bells in the house. She had crystal, like figurines. I understand why now. Crystal absorbs negative energy. Bells, the sound gets rid of negative energy. So I understand everything now. But back then I had no idea that my parents were spiritual. None. Okay. So they taught me everything they could. And when I would ask a question, they would literally say to me, go look it up. You know why? My parents did not want me to rely on the world for answers. They didn't want me to rely on AI and all these other things. They wanted me to look up the answers in books and shit myself. They knew this was coming. And even when I was a kid, when I was like 7, 8, and laying in my bed at night saying my prayers before bed, I used to literally ask God not to have me here during this time period because I knew this was coming then. I knew this was coming. I didn't want to be here for all this. I didn't. I felt the energy then. I had no idea exactly what it meant, but I knew I didn't want to be here for this. But anyways, my dad gets cancer. My dad passes away. 4 years later, my mom gets cancer. But in between that, my grandmother, my mom's mom, also, I think she ended up getting liver failure or something like that. She passed away. The year after her, my aunt, one of my mom's favorite sisters, also passes away. Oh, excuse me. No, she was a year after my mother. So my dad was in 1994. My grandmother was in 1996. My mom passed in 1998. And my aunt passed away in 1999. Okay. These are all important people in my family, because I was not allowed to mix and mingle with certain family members. My female cousins, I was not allowed to hang out with them. I was told that they were a bad influence and I could not hang out with them. Well, I understand why now, because their mama was a damn Eastern Star. Okay, so it's just a lot of, it's a lot of shit, okay? So my mom gets pancreatic cancer. I have always felt that my aunts had something to do with my mother's passing. My mother had 9 other sisters. When my mom was in the hospital, they all came to see her this particular night. And they told me that they all danced and sang and played in the hospital room that night. Like, she got up out of her hospital bed and they danced. That's what they told me, okay? The next morning, she passed away. And that shit never sat right with me. And I also felt like my stepdad had something to do with it, because check this out. The aunt of the cousins that my mom said was the bad influence, when my dad passed away, like a month later, my aunt suddenly comes to my mother. I ran into your boyfriend from high school, Fred. What a coincidence. Okay. I gave him your phone number. What the fuck? Okay. My mom asked me, do you mind if I have a friend come over? Not as a honey, just as a friend. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So this man shows up, and I come home from school one day, and there's this egghead man sitting in my dad's recliner. And I'm like, so my mom was like, this is Fred, and this is the dude that my aunt conveniently ran into that my mom dated in high school. Mind you, my mom was like 47 years old when this happened. Where the fuck this dude come from? They sent him. He was a handler too, okay? So my mom gets cancer shortly after he shows up. Oh, fun fact, he was a minister, an ordained minister. Okay, so my mom gets cancer shortly after he arrives. My mom gets sick. My mom passes away. My sister, who was never around, my big sister, declared out of her own mouth that she is jealous of me. And these are her words explicitly. She's trying to keep me from speaking. Okay, the fuck? She does not like me because I have all the talents. Literally, that is her reasoning for not liking me, because I have all the talents. Also, me and my sister have different dads. My mother left her dad. Her dad put his hands on my mom after they got married, and my mom put his ass down and divorced him. So my sister did not like my dad. Therefore, my sister did not like me. Okay? My sister used to get pissed off when my mom would make her take me with her places. My sister did not like me at all. And like I said, she literally said out her own mouth she did not like me because I had all the talents. My sister, I tried to be close to her. She never wanted to be close to me. She moved out of the house when I was 5 years old. She was 16 and I was 5. She moved out and went to go live with her dad. She rarely came over to see us or anything. I never really saw her unless my mom needed my hair done by her. And when she did my hair, she was heavy-handed as fuck on purpose to hurt my head. But anyway, so my mom passes away. And this man, my stepdad, they actually got married. When she passed away, this man took everything. I had a dog named Coco, a Great Dane Boxer mix. I had that dog from when I was 6 years old until I was 14 when my mom passed away, right? Fred took my dog. Fred bought me, his name was Fred, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Fred took my dog. Fred took the bicycle that he bought me for Christmas when I was 12. He took that. He took my dad's things. He took my mom's things. He took my dad's jewelry, my mom's clothes, my dad's clothes. I have a brother with Down syndrome, born April 24th. I'm born April 25th, but we're 12 years apart. Okay. Fred took some of his shit. Like, my dad bought me a car that I was supposed to get. It was a Cadillac Cimarron, a gray Cadillac Cimarron. Okay. Fred took the car. Fred took my mom's car. Like, Fred took everything. Everything. And the day that my mom passed away, all my family was at the hospital arguing over who was going to take me. And I literally said to them out of my mouth, my mom is in there laying in the hospital bed, dead, and you guys are out here arguing? And everybody kind of just looked at me and like blinked. Like, so like, I've always been the odd one out of the family. I've always been, but yeah, I ended up moving in with my sister. She ended up being my guardian. That was a lot because she would purposely try to fight with me, get in my face. I don't know if she was trying to get me to knock the shit out of her or what, but I never ever physically fought my sister. I refused because I'm just not that kind of person. Now, if she had ever put her hands on me, I'd have put her ass through the fucking drywall. But she never touched me. So she's my sister. To me, she's my sister. To her, I was not her sister, okay? She didn't look at me as a sister. So fast forward some more. The first handler I had, my oldest 2 kids' dad, I met him at Job Corps, Sacramento Job Corps. When I got to 10th grade, my sister swore up and down that my attitude was out of control. I had no attitude. I didn't have a fucking attitude. I was the sweetest, most timid, shy child in the world. I did not have an attitude. Now, if you provoked me or like did something to me, I had a mouth and I would stand up for myself. I didn't have a fucking attitude. So she sent me to Sacramento Job Corps instead of, I love you too. She sent me to Sacramento Job Corps instead of letting me finish high school, okay? When I got sent to Sacramento, mind you, that's a federal facility. I'll get into that part in a second. When she sent me to Sacramento Job Corps, no one that was at my high school knew that I went to Job Corps. So they were just wondering where I was because she literally sent me, my first day at Job Corps was literally the first day of school where I was supposed to be going to start 11th grade. I feel like she did that shit on purpose. So she did not tell anyone. So everyone thinks I'm like dead or some shit. So eventually some of my friends come to the house where I was staying with her, knock on the door. And I know this because a few years later, I ran into this friend and this friend told me this is what happened. This friend of mine went to my house, knocked on the door and asked my sister where I was because everybody was wondering where I was at school. Like, where's Jocelyn? What happened to Jocelyn? Is Jocelyn okay? He said that my sister just told him that I was gone and that was it. She's gone. Close the door. Now, Job Corps is a federal facility, okay? The government, all right? When I got to Job Corps, I guess I had a temper problem, okay? Like I said, if I'm provoked, I will go there. And when I go there, I don't know how many of y'all have seen the movie Firestarter. My mom used to call me the fire starter, okay? When I get angry, when I get mad, I try my best to stay happy. That's why you see me so happy and jovial and joking all the time. Because if I get mad, paranormal shit, supernatural shit happens, okay? Dead ass. So when I got to Job Corps, they were purposely doing things because I had to stay on campus. I got put in the dorms. When I got to Job Corps, they would purposely do things to push my buttons, to get me to get upset. They were literally like monitoring me. At some point, they sent me to the site psychiatrist, okay? This dude looked like Alex Trebek. And this dude, I did not like him. I felt it in my spirit. I did not like him. And then I didn't know what my gifts were. I had no idea. I knew I had intuition. I knew but I had no idea to this extent. I couldn't control it, nothing, okay? So Alex Trebek, I could feel it. I did not like him. He would sit in the office and ask me things. He would give me the ink blot test. That's why I made that Rorschach Oracle. I like ink blots. I like word association because from the age of like 14 until I was maybe 32, I was forced to go to therapy and psychiatrists and shit because people tried to convince me that I was crazy and I was bipolar and all these things. No, I was just gifted. And also, like I said, people would literally provoke me to anger and then make me the bad person and say, oh, well, you're crazy and you're bipolar and this. Motherfucker, I was fine until you can't fuck with me. So now I'm bipolar because I was playing and doing my own thing and you pissed me off and now I'm going off on you. So now I'm bipolar? No. That's bull. That's a normal human response. Like, anyway, so this psychiatrist literally would have me doing Rorschach tests and word associations and asking me all these stupid ass questions in his Bill Cosby ass sweaters looking like Alex Trebek on a soggy Tuesday. And at some point, they put me on bipolar medication, Wellbutrin. Now, every morning I was to go to the site medical center, get my little cup of Wellbutrin, take it and go to trade. I would get my little cup of Wellbutrin, walk outside the doors, throw that shit in the bushes, and go eat breakfast. You know, I'm not taking that shit. So after a while, the psychiatrist started to follow me around. So I'd be sitting in the cafeteria eating lunch, and I look up, and Alex Trebek is like 2 tables ahead of me with his fucking clipboard, literally staring at me as I'm eating. Okay? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So, anyways, fast forward. My first kid's dad gets transferred into Sacramento Job Corps. Okay? My oldest 2 kids, my 22-year-old and my 21-year-old's dad. Okay? He gets transferred into Sacramento Job Corps from Louisiana. Shreveport Job Corps. If you know anything about Louisiana, you know that is the home of the voodoo practitioners, witches, warlocks, and all that shit, okay? So he gets transferred into Sacramento Job Corps. I, at the time, used to smoke cigarettes, and they had a smoking area. Now, this is the thing. I was a minor, and minors were not allowed in the smoking area, but I was also clever. So I made a fake ID to be able to smoke in the smoking area, and the security guards were just stupid because, anyway, so I was in the smoking area, and I was smoking a cigarette this one particular night, and out of nowhere, this little man, he was very short. He was about as tall as me. I'm 5'4". He was like 5'3.5", okay? Hola, mi amor. So he comes up to me, and I hear this voice behind me. Can I hit that? Talking about the cigarette, not me. So I turn around, and I'm like, no, I think he asked, can he have shorts or something? I don't remember. He either said, can I hit that or can I have shorts? So I turn around, and I'm like, yeah, you can get shorts. So I hit it a few more times, and I'm explaining why I say handler. I'm getting there. I hit it a few more times. I give him the rest of the cigarette. He starts having a conversation with me. Okay. He's having a conversation with me, or whatever, trying to like befriend me or some shit. Fast forward. Somehow, me and this dude, I didn't even like him. He wasn't attractive to me or nothing. I honestly believe it was some kind of love spell or something, because we ended up together, so we ended up together. This boy, I get pregnant with his son, which is my 22-year-old. We go, and he moves me to Louisiana, in Homer, Louisiana. We lived in Homer, and we lived in Minden. I don't know if y'all know anything about them places. So he moves me to Louisiana. So he was paid to move me out there, and I was supposed to, I don't know if I was supposed to stay out there. I don't know what was supposed to happen with that situation, okay? I never got any closure to that situation, but I do know that karma hit his ass because he was physically abusive. He was a domestic violence relationship, okay? So when I had his son, he became physically abusive. Well, let me rephrase it. He tried to become physically abusive. I fight men and dogs. I do not fight women because it would not be a fair fight. And let me explain why real quick. I have only been in a fight with one woman in my whole life. I've been in 5 fights in my whole life. 4 of those with men. I have never lost a fight. Let that sink in. So I do not fight women. It's not fair. Because I have some kind of weird superhuman strength, okay? I'm small, but I'm very, very freaking strong, okay? So I don't know. So he one day went to go put his hands on me, and I mopped the floor with his ass in front of his male cousins, and they never let him live that shit down. I mopped the floor with his ass. From the hallway to the damn kitchen counter. Bink, bink, bink. Anyway, so I ended up moving back to California from Louisiana, and I left him. I broke that cycle. Handlers are meant to keep you stuck in karmic cycles. They're meant to keep you low vibrational. They are supposed to abuse you. They're supposed to make you feel like shit. They are there to tear down your confidence. They make you feel like you're ugly. They treat you like you are garbage. They are literally there to oppress you, persecute you, and keep you from ascending and reaching your highest potential. That's what a handler is, okay? So when I say my handler, it is the person that was paid to oppress me, to persecute me, to keep me from awakening spiritually, because they knew that if I awakened, how powerful I was and what I was capable of. Okay? That's why they didn't want me to be born. So, I defeat the first handler. I leave him, I take our 2 kids, and I dip. that's when I go back to California. So since the first handler failed his mission, the first handler has to go, because now it's compromised, because if they speak up and tell what happened or what they were doing, the whole cover's blown, right? Right. So they send in a second handler, my 17-year-old's dad. Okay? Now, this is where it gets very interesting, and I realized this like a year ago, like, oh yeah, this is definitely orchestrated. When I got back to California, I moved back in with my damn sister, because that's the only person I could move in with, okay? When I was at her house, a letter comes in the mail. It's a bill in my name, but I had been gone for 2 years. Why was there a bill in my name? She's using my identity. Fucking up my credit using my identity, okay? So, I'm literally back in California for, I don't know, maybe 6 months. Maybe something like that, 6 months. And my sister moves to a new location, so we all move. When we moved, this neighborhood I walked in a lot. I did not like being at my sister's house. Her husband, who was not really, it was a common law. They weren't really married, but they were together so long and lived together so long that the state considered them married. He was, I believe he was a Freemason also, okay? I don't know if he was her handler or not. But when he came along, shit just got really bizarre. But we moved locations, okay? And this neighborhood that we're in, like I said, I never noticed this house. I never noticed this person. I walked all the time. I am a walker, okay? I have never owned a car. I have never had a driver's license. I am 42, going on 43. I have never owned a car, and I have never had a driver's license. I don't want a car, and I don't want a driver's license. I walk everywhere. If I need to go somewhere further, I'll pay someone to take me, okay? I have no desire to drive. And I honestly believe that's because in a past life, I didn't need to drive. I was chauffeured, I was carried, okay? But that's neither here nor there. We'll get to that another day, because I know exactly who I was. Anyway, so the second handler, my 17-year-old, I literally walked all the times. I did not like being at my sister's house. Her husband would wake up in the shittiest moods, trying to like fuck up the energy of the house early in the morning so everybody would be in a bad mood. So I would literally get my 2 kids, get them dressed early in the morning, like 7 in the morning, throw them in my double seat stroller, and we'd go, and we'd just be gone all day from the early morning until the sun went down. And then we come back. I take them to the park. I take them to go eat. We go play. Like, I just didn't want to be in the house. Okay. So I remember getting up all the time and walking the same path to go to this particular park and Taco Bell and stuff, because my kids were so cute. We would go sit in Taco Bell sometimes. Just, I'd have like a couple dollars and I'd be able to get like them each like one taco. So people would see us sitting in there, and because they were so cute, people would be like, "Oh my God," and they just buy them food. Same, my 21-year-old daughter still has that effect on people. She's adorable. She's literally like 5'1". She dresses in pink all the freaking time. People just look at her and they just buy her things because she's adorable. Like, it's the most amazing. Like, she makes people smile just by looking at her because she looks like a freaking doll. Okay, but anyway, I'll probably post a picture of her later or something. Maybe, I don't know. Y'all might try to watching you people. No, but I walk this path literally damn near every day. I never noticed this house. I never noticed this man, right? But my second handler lived literally up the block and around the corner from the house that my sister had just moved into. Okay, so that was not a coincidence. That was orchestrated. Because like I said, I never noticed this house and I never noticed this man. And I walked past this house daily. Excuse me. Confirmation? Okay. Anyway, so I used to get on this chat line called the Biosphere, because that's what we did. It was like late 90s, early 2000s. It was like around that time period, that shit was still popular. Okay, 2005, 2006, people were still on the chat line. Cell phones didn't even have cameras yet, for real. So I'm on the chat line, I'm on the biosphere, and I would just get on there and just to waste time. Sometimes I would hop on there and pretend to be a guy because I could get my voice that deep, and it would be funny to have women think that they were really talking to a guy. They'd be like, oh my God, your voice is so sexy. And I'm like, yeah. I never tried to meet up with them or anything. I just got a kick out of shape shifting, basically. So anyway, I'm on the biosphere and Black Planet. Oh yeah, MySpace was, yeah. Anyway, I remember being on the biosphere this day and I'm clicking through the people and this person, this dude, wants to like connect and talk with me. So I'm like, all right. So I hit the button. It puts us on the line together and we're talking. We're having a conversation, cool conversation. Somehow we end up on the neighborhood we grew up in. We both grew up in Oak Park. Coincidence? I don't, yeah, whatever. We both said we were like lived in this particular neighborhood. So he asked me what street, and I told him 19th Street. And he was like, what? I live on 25th Street. What? I'm like, what? No, what? So it's not DMX. What? Anyway, so he was like, do you smoke? Yeah. Motherfucker, you guys, he's like, you want to meet and smoke? So I'm like, okay. So I got up, asked my brother and sister to watch my kids for a second. I got up, walked up the street, around the corner, and yes, he literally lived up the block and around the corner in the house that I passed by all the time. And I'm telling you, I never saw this man. So he walks up to me, and honestly, I should have known. If I had known what my intuition was and what discernment and shit was then, I wouldn't have ever went back to talk to this guy ever again. But I did not know. But in hindsight, I understand now. When he was walking up to me from up the street, my first laid eyes on him, my first thought was, oh, he was 6'3", very dark skin, bald head, no facial hair, and he walked like he marched, okay? And my first thought was, he looks like a Marine. Like, that was literally my first thought. That was my discernment and my intuition. Now, let me go a little bit further into the future. My handler, my kid's dad, my second handler, my 17-year-old, he's been around since my oldest two were 2 and 3 years old. So they call him dad. It's just a habit. It's just a habit. So this man literally would make jokes about being, I used to work for the CIA. You know, I used to work for the CIA. We all be like, yeah, okay, yeah, ha, 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 thinking he's joking. Well, now, wasn't no joke. That's why I say my handler. He was hired by the same people that tried to kill me before I was born. The same motherfuckers that knew I was coming. The dark agenda, they know who I am. So he would literally constantly, how long have I known this man? I've known him since I was 23 years old. I met him that day I walked to go meet him. I was 23 years old. I had his child when I was 25. We were supposed to get married. I called off the engagement because he started acting real stupid. Like, not stupid, but like I didn't like the way he was starting to treat me. So I called the engagement off. Same thing with my first kid, my first kid's dad. He proposed to me too. We were supposed to get married and he started acting beside himself and I called that shit off. Like, I have no problem calling some shit. No, hell no. So I cut the engagement. I didn't want to be with him anymore. And he threatened, because I had broken up with my kid, my 17-year-old dad, the second handler. This is what I'm talking about, the one I'm stuck in the house with, okay? I told him before I moved out here, I did not want to be with him anymore, right? But I had just had his kid. So he used our 17-year-old as leverage to get me to come out here, okay? Because he wanted to take his child, because this is his only child, okay? He wanted to take his child and move out here without me. And I was like, no, hell no. I'll just come with you. We just not together, okay? So we were broken up when we got out here. I don't know what the fuck happened. probably his mother, the kitchen witch, did some damn spell work and shit. We ended up back together. And then for like 7 years after that, we lived in this house that his mother bought. She basically said that she had a house. He said that she told him that she bought us a house out here because she moved out here because the doctors told her that the air quality was better. Bullshit. The air quality out here is not better. Anyway, so we move out here because he was trying to take our child and I was not having that shit. We get out here. We end up moving in this house together. Not this house, another house. The house was garbage. The plumbing was, the house was garbage, okay? Since the moment we have moved out here, my handler never had an actual job, like an on the book job. He's only had one actual job where you pay taxes and the system knows you're working, and that was in California in 2009, okay? When we moved out here, he did not work. He would do side jobs, cut yards, shit like that. I was the one that worked. That was part of him trying to bring me down, trying to keep me from ascending. So I was always the one working. I had to work call center jobs and shit like that because we're in the middle of nowhere. We're in this town in the middle of, it's nothing out here. Okay, so I had to work like these menial fucking jobs, and I didn't like being on the phone then. I didn't like talking to people. And he would complain because I would be stressed out about my job, and he would be like, well, you have responsibilities, and you got to do this and this and this and this. Mind you, I'm the only one really working. And he's making it seem like I'm a bad parent and I'm a bad person because I want to change jobs or I'm stressed the fuck out because I'm the only one working. Okay, so whole bunch of narcissistic abuse and shit went on for like 6-7 years. And I'm like, you know what? I cannot do this anymore. I'm leaving. Well, that's when they sent in handler number 3. I told you I've had several handlers, okay? Now this is where you're going to be like, what the fuck? Handler number 3. So I break up with my 17-year-old's dad, okay? So in the house we were in, I was sleeping downstairs in that house until I was able to move out. I was saving money because I was the only one working. I was saving money to move out of that house so I could get my own shit. It would have been the first time in my life that I had my own spot, because the one time I tried to get a spot in California, I had an apartment. Somehow, it was a domestic violence with my first kid's dad. I had to call the police on him. He ended up getting kicked out of my house. And my uncle, who smoked crack, I didn't know until I found a crack pipe in the room. He ended up moving in 1 month. He was supposed to pay me half the rent he never paid me. I ended up losing my apartment. Anyway, that's a small detail. But the third handler gets sent in. So I break up with my 17-year-old's dad, okay? And I am on the couch saving money to move out. I get a new job at this call center in downtown wherever this town is that I'm not going to tell you where I live. And it's like this, it's a call center. Everybody knows call centers are the most low vibrational place you can fucking work, okay? So I'm at this call center. I'm literally only working there for like a month. I get promoted to trainer because I'm so good at what I do. In a month, I'm promoted to trainer. So I'm training other people how to be on the phones because I really was really good, though. The first call center job I had, I was selling those, those fucking workout kits, 21-day fix and all that bullshit that comes on for the beach body. I was selling those in the middle of the night at the first call center job I had, right? People would call to get the 21-day fix. The 21-day fix was only like $24 or something like that after taxes, right? People would get on the phone with me expecting to pay $24 for the 21-day fix, and by the time they got off the phone with me, I sold them like $200 to $400 worth of shit. I got that mouthpiece, okay? So I was a big deal, and I could sell water to the ocean, okay? But go back to where I was going. So I start this call center job. They promote me after a month to be like this trainer, okay? So this class, every week they have a new class of new hires that come in to be trained. So I was put on to train this class of new hires, right? My third handler was in this class, okay? I didn't notice him. I didn't even notice he existed. I think they used to say it in California in like the 90s, actually. Yeah, my third handler was in this group of trainees. Now, I did not notice this man. He did not, none of these men ever caught my eye. My first kid's dad, he wasn't handsome to me. My 17-year-old's dad, I thought he was goofy. Like, I remember the moment that he started putting spells on me, I would be sitting and I would literally be like looking at him and I would hear myself say, no, you don't even like him. And I'm like, I don't. What the fuck? Like, that was literally spells, bro. Anyway, hi. So, where was I going? Where was I at? Got distracted. My mind goes so many places so fast that sometimes I will literally forget what I'm saying mid talking. Oh, third handler. No, you're fine. Thank you. The third handler, he was in this class. Okay. So I didn't notice him. He was not even attractive to me. He was like, he didn't even say anything really. Okay. It was maybe like the middle, I think it was 2 weeks we had with them. I think it was the second week. He finally started trying to speak to me. Okay. Because I'm a very bubbly person. So I'm training people, but I'm also playing with people and I'm joking and I'm slap boxing with people. Like, I'm having fun and everybody's having fun with me. He's observing me this whole time. That's why he was quiet. That's why he blended in. He was observing me. Okay. So eventually, like by the second week, he starts trying to speak to me. I had an engagement ring on my finger. I still wore the ring, even though I had left my handler, because I just didn't want people to try to talk to me. I didn't. So I kept the ring on. Okay. So he asked me about the ring and I explained to him like, yeah, no, I left him, blah, blah, blah. I'm just living in his house still, blah, blah, blah. He keeps speaking to me over the next couple of days. And I remember the last day of training, he offered to give me a ride home. I should have declined the ride home. Okay. And I remember we were talking and I remember he looked at me, something I said about sneakers, because I'm a sneakerhead. He looked at me and he said, we're going to have so much fun. And I remember the feeling I got in the pit of my stomach when he said that. When he said that, I got confused. I felt something that was not right. Okay. It was like, the fuck does he mean by that? Like, it was weird, bro. And I should have known, but I didn't because I wasn't awakened or anything like that. Okay. So also because I wasn't healed or anything. I wasn't on my spiritual journey. I wasn't on my healing journey. I was still karmic. I was still low vibrational. So it was easy for me to fall for these things. Okay. This is why healing is important, because when you're healed, you don't fall for these kind of tricks and tactics from these kind of people. These things only work on people who are unawakened. Okay. So this is why they tried to keep me from awakening, because I would be able to teach everybody this shit. Okay. So third handler, somehow we start dating. I don't fucking know, guys. Spells. I'm telling you, spells. And I should have known, because I tried to cook for this man all the time and he would not ever come eat the food. I can cook my ass off. He would never come get the food because he knew about spells. He knew about kitchen witchery and all that shit. So, of course, he's not going to eat anything anyone else cooks. He's doing the same shit. This man literally cooked for me one day. I remember going over his house one day and he was like, oh, you want to try this food I made last night? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I love food. I'm a Taurus. Okay. So he was like, I made this. And I'm like, oh, you made this? He's like, yeah, I love cooking. It's like my passion. He had never in the 5 years that we were together mentioned anything about cooking, knowing how to cook, or loving how to cook. And my unawakened ass did not realize, notice, or put two and two together. And I ate the food. That was probably him trying. They've been trying to take me out. I don't know if they were trying to poison me. I don't know what the fuck the food was about. But I know that I shouldn't have ate that shit. Okay? Also, insult to injury, this man, this third handler, was a polygamist. I was not into that type of shit. He literally hid it from me until I got feelings for him, and then tried to be all, I gotta tell you something, but I'm afraid of how you'll take it. I'm afraid of if you'll leave me. Bro. The thing he had to tell me was that he was a polygamist. And my unawakened ass, naive, still broken inside, unhealed, low vibrational, yeah, I fell for that shit. And I love you, so yeah. My only stipulation was I don't ever want to see them. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to know they exist. I told him, pretend I'm the only one, but that was still stupid. Still stupid. But like I said, I was unawakened. I was still low vibrational. I was still karmic, okay? So, and I was unhealed. So I felt like I needed a man. I felt like I needed to be with someone. Oh, no one else will want me because I have 3 kids. No, I don't know why I ever felt like that. Look at me. Even on my worst day, it's my best day. Anyway, so handler number 3 convinces me that I should go ahead and move out of the house I was sleeping on the couch in with handler number 2. So I'm like, yeah, now this is the only thing that my third handler did that helped me. Because like I said, I had never had my own place. I was afraid to move out. I was afraid to be on my own. Because like I said, I had been with my 17-year-old's dad from the time I was 23 until I was, 34, okay? I had never been on my own. And even before that, with my first kid's father, my oldest 2 kids' dad, I was with him from the time I was 17 until I was 21. I have really never been alone, okay? Because they just keep sending handler after handler after handler. Every time I leave one, they send another, okay? So handler number 3 convinces me to move, okay? Now, I had this friend that I met at this call center at the time named Nevelyn. Now, listen, this is where it gets really creepy, guys. I know if you watch tarot, you've heard about the copycats and all these people trying to like act like and destiny swap and be the collector, right? Okay, listen. I met this girl that worked at the call center with me. She was really nice, I thought. She was like really like loud and like me, right? But I didn't notice that she was negative. Yeah, a mimic. I didn't notice that she was like a low vibrational version of me. Now, her name, I probably shouldn't say names, but fuck it. Her name was Nevelyn. Her middle name, you know what? Her middle and last name are the same name as a level 5 class X-Men. That's a female who has very, very strong telepathic and mental powers. If you know anything about X-Men, you know which X-Men I'm talking about. That was her name, Nevelyn, and then that X-Man, okay? That's not a coincidence. That was a fake name. It was a fake name. She was mimicking me. I'm Jocelyn. She's Nevelyn. I'm Jossie. She changed her fucking nickname. Niggas was calling her Nevi, okay? Not a coincidence. I would wear certain things. She would literally, we should match. And I'm telling you, okay? So, we end up being besties, okay? She had her own thing going on with, I don't know if she had a handler or if she was the handler. I don't know, okay? But eventually, she tells me, girl, my landlord has a friend that's a landlord and has a house, right? Now, listen, I should have noticed this. Listen, did you hear what I said? Her landlord had a friend who's a landlord who had a house. Why didn't her landlord have any houses? Why didn't her landlord have any houses? Yeah, it was a set up. Okay? This is a setup. I was put in this house for a reason. This is a setup. So I'm like, because she knew I was trying to move. Okay? So I'm like, ooh, girl, how much? Blah, blah, blah. Give me the details, right? It was way too fucking easy. I got the details from her. Like in a week, I was meeting up with the landlord to move into this house. I got the keys. Like, it was way too fucking easy, okay? So, I move into this house, the freezing cold house with the fucked up everything, okay? The landlord, I had a weird feeling about her when I met her too. And I didn't listen because I wasn't tapped in like I am now. I had no idea, okay? So I ignored that sign too. So I move into this house. The guy that I was with, the third handler, acting like he cares about me and shit, convinces me to get him a key made. Y'all see how dangerous being unawakened and being unhealed can be? Do you see now? Do you understand why I go so hard trying to teach people shit in my videos? I'm trying to keep people out of the same situation that I was in because it took me forever to realize I was even in this situation. 23? 34? Now, mind you, I didn't start my spiritual awakening until I was 38, so it still took 4 more years for me to even realize any of this was going on. Okay? So, I move in. Third handler convinces me to give him keys. I get a key made for this buffoon. He puts me through so much bull, so much, trying to just keep me, the purpose of all of them was to keep me low vibrational, to keep me depressed, to keep me sad, okay? I used to have depression, like chronic depression. From 14 until I was 30 fucking 8, I had depression. Bad. I was bipolar 1 with psychosis. It was never psychosis, it was gifts. I was bipolar 1. I had anxiety. I had PTSD. Excuse me. And it was something else too. And I had like 4 medications. I taught myself how not to have to take the medication, but they wanted to keep me in that energy. They wanted to keep me sad, depressed, low vibrational, so I would never awaken, okay? So, I'm dealing with all this shit with handler number 3. Handler number 3, this is where the story gets really stupid. So, okay, my 17-year-old's dad was not allowed at my house. If he wanted to see his kids, he would wait on, he was to wait on the sidewalk. Now, see, when I open my eyes enough to cut somebody off, my cutoff is cold. Like, no, you can't come to my fucking house. You stand on the sidewalk and you wait for your kids to come to you. Like, that's... So, yeah, no, he was not allowed in my house. I didn't want him in my shit. No, they'll come to you. So, for a while, the kids would go back and forth to his house, my house, whatever. And my third handler, my boyfriend, would come over when my kids weren't there. He had the key, whatever. So, my third handler, I find out, is a scammer. Like, identity theft, fraud, scammer. I found out that he had a federal case going when I met him that somehow he beat with witchcraft, I'm sure, because he was supposed to do federal time. He got caught scamming hard, okay? They seized all his shit. So the only way he could have got out of that was literally witchcraft. And I remember right before we broke up, we were having a discussion about something. And I said to him, I told you I believe in God and Jesus and that. And he was like, well, I told you I don't believe in that. And I looked at, he would always gaslit me. And I looked at him and I was like, he was like, I told you I don't believe in that. And I was like, no, you didn't. He was like, he looked me dead in my eyes. Yes, I did. And I'm sitting there confused, like, I know you didn't fucking tell me that, but you're telling me you told me that, but I know you did not tell me that. So I'm like, okay, whatever. He never told me that. He never told me that. And now I know what the fuck he was into. He's a free fucking Mason. Goddamn Freemason. Okay? So, fast forward some more. Handler number 3 decides that he wants to move to Florida. Okay? I'm sure he was running from more charges. He asked me if I wanted to move to Florida with him. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We ball. Let's go. Right? So he's like, all right, bet. Start packing. We're going to make the plans, blah, 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 blah. We're going to move to Florida. Okay. I'm like, okay, cool. Fast forward like a month. it gets close to January of 2021, okay? And he told me the stupidest shit, and I fell for it. He said to me, I'm going to let you know when to go ahead and quit your job so that I'm going to get ready to move. I'll let you know when to quit. I'm like, okay, because I was a manager at a store called Ollie's, okay? So he was like, I'll let you know when to quit, blah, blah, blah. So, and then we're going to get ready to move. I'm like, okay, bet. So I worked at the store, waited for the signal to quit, because I knew, like, when I quit, that means a week or 2 weeks, the fuck out of here, right? Watch this. So he gives me the signal. Go ahead and quit your job on January 15th, 2021. I'm like, okay, bet. We about to be gone. We got to get out of here. Nice. Change the scenery. Get the fuck out of this town. Okay. So, January 15th comes. I quit my job, right? This man says to me a week after I quit my job, why don't you, now this is, when I started my spiritual journey and awakening, I realized that these two fuckers work together. Listen, when I got with handler number 3, my 17-year-old's dad used to constantly come to me and try to tell me things about handler number 3 that I wasn't supposed to know, or I didn't know, or some shit. You know, his real name is no. Why are you talking to me about this dude? Why are you in my face like a female about this man? Get the fuck out of my face. That's how I felt, right? Because, no, literally, why are you in my face like a fucking female? Like, get your life. So I quit. Handler number 3 says to me, I'm not upset at myself now that I am healed and everything, but every time I tell this story or think about this shit, I'd be like, how the fuck did you, girl? Okay. He says to me, why don't you have your baby daddy move in until we move to help you with the bills? Now, listen, my baby daddy, my 17-year-old's dad, was staying in an abandoned house, supposedly. In an abandoned house with no water and no heat, just electricity, right? Supposedly, right? But he got a Social Security check every month, okay? Now, again, I was unawakened and unhealed, so I did not hear how ridiculous any of this shit sounded. I was just trying to be a nice person. I was just trying to make sure everybody was good and everybody was straight and everything worked out for everyone, okay? So I say to my 17-year-old's dad, hey, because he knew I was supposed to be moving, right? I say, hey, do you think you could take over the bills here? And he's like, how much are they? I tell him how much. Yeah. Why the hell didn't I put 2 and 2 together? If he could have paid the bills here, why the hell didn't he move out of the abandoned house? Exactly. What the fuck was I thinking? Yeah, exactly. He wanted mine. He wanted my destiny. He wanted to ruin the fuck I had going on. He did not want me to move on without him. At all. Cock blocking ass bitch. Okay? No, not an opportunist. He's a fucking narcissist. Literally. He tries to narcissistically abuse everyone, even his own damn child. Like, fuck this guy. But I know it's coming. I know it's happening for this guy, so it is what it is. Anyway. So, he's like, yeah, I could take over the bills. I'm like, okay, cool. Go ahead, get your shit together. I'm about to be moving in like a week anyway. Just go ahead, move your shit in, whatever, right? So, fast forward a week. My kid's dad is now downstairs. You're welcome. My kid's dad is now, yep. And about the empath abuse, I used to literally tell this man, because he would wake up in the morning, just like my brother-in-law, and try to fuck up everybody's mood in the house. And I would literally tell him, you're messing up my moods. I don't wake up angry. I wake up happy. I wake up dancing, playing, all like yapping. I don't wake up upset. I don't. He literally would wake up and try to fuck up everybody's mood in the house. And when I would say, you're affecting my mood, he would literally tell me, that's not possible. I didn't know what an empath was. I never even heard of an empath then, okay? He would also say to me, your feelings will betray you. Oh, mind you, his mom is a pastor. So he calls himself a missionary. He used to go around the city preaching to people. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. It's just a bunch of gibberish. And he'll tell people, go check me out in the Bible. Go check me out. Because he knows people won't go look it up. He's full of shit. Everything he says is just nonsense, gibberish, riddles. He speaks in riddles, confusion. The devil is of confusion. The devil, because I don't actually believe the devil's a physical thing. It's an energy, a mindset. But yeah, anyway. So I hit up my boyfriend, handler number 3, and I'm like, hey, I want to see you. Where you at? I miss you, right? Come over. He's like, I ain't even there. I'm like, where you at? He's like, in Florida. I'm like, oh, when you coming back? He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I moved. I'm in Florida. I'm like, what the fuck? You didn't tell me that you were leaving? Because remember, we talked this out. We were supposed to go together, right? He asked me to move with him. We were supposed to go together, okay? So I'm like, what do you mean you're in Florida? He's like, yeah, nah, I moved. I'm like, bruh, you told me that we were going together. So now he's just in Florida. I'm still here. I thought we were going together. I have no job now. My 17-year-old dad is in the fucking house with me. My house. That is now his house because I got conned and he literally took over the bills and the lease. So now it's not my house anymore. It's his. Do you see how they got me? This is why healing and awakening is important. Because none of this shit would have fucking happened if I was as awakened as I am now then. Okay? This is why I am teaching people the shit that I am teaching people. I am trying to save people's fucking lives. That's why I said I'm not a fake energy reader. I don't do this shit for money or, yeah, I need the fucking money. I don't have a 9-to-5. Like, God told me to quit my 9-to-5 to do this, to help other people. I'm doing what I was guided to do because there are people going through this shit that don't know that they're going through this shit. And I'm supposed to save their lives. Okay? So I don't need a fucking 9-to-5. I don't do this for the money at all. I appreciate the donations and I am grateful for everyone that books a reading. You have no idea. But that's not why I do this. There's other readers that literally just have a channel for money. That's it. That's why they don't teach y'all shit. They don't have anything to teach. They don't have no substance. They're doing this shit for money. Yeah, they may have a gift, but they're exploiting people. They're exploiting themselves. Okay? So that's why I go so hard. Because that's not what the fuck I'm here for. If I get money for it, I get money for it. If I don't, I don't. My purpose is to save people. Period. Okay, so back to the story. Oh, my throat dry out. I don't know, y'all. We're going to go over 8 o'clock because there's still more story, okay? So, he's in Florida. I'm stuck here with, I got hot. I'm stuck here with handler number 2, my 17-year-old's dad, okay? I don't have a job. And I'm trying to find one, but I can't seem to find one, okay? He doesn't have an actual job. He's working under the table at a gas station because he doesn't get real jobs. Why? Because he's a fucking operative. Why would he need to be he can't be on the books like that. He's an operative. He works for the CIA like he always joked about, okay? So, I'm trying to find a job for a year. I could not find shit. So I'm living in this house with this man, stuck for a year, no job. So he's literally has to help me with things. But again, I wasn't aware of who or what he was then. I didn't know anything about warlocks or any of that shit. So I was still like cool with him. I was still nice with him. Like hell no. I have not touched that man since 2015. I refuse. Okay? That's part of the reason why I left him. I just didn't feel that way towards him anymore. And I cannot do that with someone that I am not in love with. I cannot. So, we were cool. Like, I called him my friend. I thought that he was my friend. Okay? Now, in the meantime, let me go really quickly back to the first baby daddy. My 2 oldest kids' dad. Remember I said we were in a domestic violence relationship? Now, remember I also said, if you've been paying attention this whole time, I said he failed his mission. So he had to be, okay, I left him. So he failed his mission. He was not able to keep me and oppress me, okay? He ended up getting killed. He ended up moving to Wisconsin. Why? I don't fucking know what the fuck was in Wisconsin. But his karma for trying to trap me, for trying to keep me in a low vibration, for abusing me physically, his karma was death. So what I was saying earlier about the earth angels, yeah, I'm speaking from experience, but I am not an earth angel. I can't tell you, but I'm something else, okay? I know what I am, but I am guided not to tell anyone yet, okay? So he gets killed in Wyoming. I mean, no, in Wisconsin, excuse me, over some drug shit. Like, it was like the most random shit. He gets shot in the fucking leg and bleeds out in the middle of a fucking field somewhere. Honey, that wasn't no coincidence. That was no drug shit. That was a fucking, he had to be eliminated. Like I said, he failed his mission. And I literally got a download like 8 months ago. I love you too. I got a download like 8 months ago, and all I heard was a male voice. It sounded like somebody like of authority, and all I heard was, you failed your mission. Now you have to die. I literally heard that shit, okay? So he failed at sacrificing me. So guess what? He became the sacrifice, okay? That's how this shit works. Okay, so handler number 2, my 17-year-old's dad. I'm stuck in this house with him. I'm trying to find a job. I can't find one. I got to ask for help. But like I said, I thought we were still friends. I thought we were cool. So we'd smoke together, watch movies, shit like that, right? Little did I know, he's slandering my fucking name all over the motherfucking city, telling people I'm a whore and all this other shit, telling people like all kinds of crazy shit he was telling people, right? Okay, telling people I'm crazy, all kinds of other shit. So I try to move out several times. Every time that I finally found a job, something would go wrong with the money at that job. So, and mind you, every job I get, I end up being a manager, okay? I have literally went from call center to call center manager to a store manager. Like, I've always been a manager. Like, so why is the money funny? Spell work, okay? Motherfuckers in here playing Harry Potter and shit. Spell work, okay? Trying to fuck with my finances so that I cannot leave him. He does not want me to leave, okay? He literally wants me to stay with him because I broke up with him, because I broke off the engagement. This motherfucker is literally obsessed with me, okay? So it's a whole, if I can't have you, no one can type shit. And trapping me, trying to trap me here, and then telling everyone in town that he takes care of me, or that I don't have anything. That's why, like, bruh. Mind you, I was the only one working when me and him were together. I bought this man like 3 computers, because every time I bought him a computer, somehow you get a fucking virus, and I buy him a new one. I bought him cell phones, clothes, all kinds of shit, okay? What that man has now, I literally told him right before I cut his ass the fuck off. We live in the same house, but I don't fucking talk to him like that. I go downstairs to piss, shit, eat, come back upstairs. Every once in a while, I might ask that motherfucker for some weed, because I ain't got no weed man now. But other than that, I don't fuck with that guy. So, I don't fuck with him. So, the fuck was I just saying? Oh, okay. So yeah, every job that I found would be fucking problems with the fucking money. If I'm a manager, why is my money funny? I worked at Walmart. I was a floater / CSM. If you don't know what a CSM is, that is a fucking front end manager. I was a manager. Thank you. I was a manager over all the cashiers, the self-checkout cashiers, the cashiers on fucking lanes, everybody in the front, the customer service motherfuckers, and also all the way in the back in electronics. I was a manager over all of them, okay? I was working 40 hours a week. My money was good, okay? And I was a good manager. So they loved having me on the clock because people loved working with me. The same way I am on the camera, I'm this way in real life. Like, I'm not playing. I'm literally just I'm a cool ass fucking manager. Okay. Like, now, I'm not the kind of manager that's so cool you can get over on me. No. I'm just like I'm a cool ass mom, but my kids know, don't fucking try me. Like, they know I'm cool as fuck. I didn't even whip my kids' butts like that at all. Right? I talked to them. The same way I talk to adults is the same way I used to talk to my kids. They would do something, I'd ask them questions. Why? Why did you think this is okay? What made you do this? To make them think about what they did. And then I would explain to them the consequences and the repercussions of them doing said thing in public when they're older, etc. Okay? My kids are very, very well behaved. Okay? They grown, but yeah. So, hold on. I'm going to get it. One second. Okay, yeah. I was working 40 hours a fucking week. The money was good. I didn't need anybody's help to maintain this house. We were living good. We had extra money to go do shit. Life was good, okay? Until handler number 2 came back around. When handler number 2, my 17-year-old dad, came back around, that's when all of a sudden my money at my job, I went from 40 hours a week to 10. 10! That's one shift and a piece. How did I go from 40 hours to 10? Spell work to fuck with my finances so I could not fucking leave him alone. Like, because if I had kept getting money, I would have moved out of this fucking state altogether. He knows that. Okay? So every job I would get, eventually the money would get funny or the people would start acting funny and I would leave because I personally have no problem quitting a fucking job because I have no problem getting a job, okay? So I know I can get another one. I know my worth. You're not about to treat me stupid, talk to me stupid, run me ragged, none of that shit. I'll fucking leave your establishment. Fuck you and fuck this money. Because like I said, I don't care about money. I don't. I grew up with no money. I grew up eating white bread in a ball. I tear off the fucking crust, ball up in a ball, and pretend it was an apple, okay? I did not grow up with money. Like, I didn't have shit, okay? So, I don't need shit. That's why I think I don't really care about a car. What I need, God gives to me, okay? So, I tried to start 7 small businesses, okay? Not just this one. No. I am a very creative person. I have a lot of ideas. I have tried to start 7 small businesses. Every time I would start a small business and I would tell him about what the fuck I had going on, my small businesses would fucking fail. Every time they started getting up off the ground, getting clients, etc., they fucking fail. Why? Spell work. Okay? When I learned about tarot, excuse me, when I finally started my spiritual journey, I'm going to tell you what triggered it. So, 2021, my handler number 3 moves to Florida on me without telling me a fucking word, right? That was December. No, I'm sorry. That was January. I think the end of January 2021, right? He moves. So we have this long fucking argument about him leaving. And it was really weird. We ended up having like this long distance relationship. So he was always coming back and forth in the town anyway. So I was like, you know what? Fine, whatever. We're just long distance. Because it was stupid. It was fucking stupid. Anyway, so he would travel out here and I would see him. That went on for a few months, right? Around August of 2021, my favorite cousin, I considered this cousin to be like my sister. Because I told y'all about my sister. My sister was never a sister to me. So I've never had really a sister. I don't know what it feels like to have a sister besides my cousin that I had, right? Because we were 1 year apart, okay? And we were very much alike. She was a Sagittarius. That's why I said I love Sagittariuses. She was a Sagittarius, okay? I had just talked to her maybe a month, 2 months before this happened. I'm just minding my business one morning and I had just started my spiritual awakening. I was just starting to awaken a little bit to my situation, kind of, okay? And that was because handler number 3 kind of like started, kind of triggered something, okay? But it wasn't fully activated. I just knew something felt different. The way the sun shined in my room, it looked different. Like, it just felt different, okay? So this one particular morning, I woke up. And this particular morning felt very strange, okay? My phone rings. I don't do phone calls like that for real, all right? So I look at, and it's my other cousin, my favorite cousin's sister, her little sister, okay? And she's calling me. Well, that's not unusual. But how early she was calling me was unusual. And I felt it when the phone rang that something was not right. So I answered the phone, I'm like, hey, cousin, what's up? She says to me that my favorite cousin, her name is Sydney. Sydney has passed away. Sydney was 38 years old. Okay? Sydney did not have any pre-existing heart conditions. No, nothing. She wasn't even unhealthy. Okay? But supposedly, Sydney had a sudden cardiac arrest while driving in the middle of no fucking where, and somehow, where she had her cardiac arrest, the property, because it was a farm, somehow it was caught on camera. The camera on this property. Makes no fucking sense to me. How? You're in the middle of nowhere, you have a sudden cardiac arrest, and somehow the exact point where you fucking die is caught on some random farm's camera in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and the last person you talked to on the phone was your little sister. The same little sister, the same cousin that always ran around saying, we're Freemasons, we're Moors. That little sister. The daughter of the sister of my mother, who I was told was a bad influence. The Eastern Star. Her kid, okay? No one can tell me that I am wrong. And I know I am not wrong, because I know my fucking intuition. My little shit-ass head cousin, Sydney's sister, was the last person to talk to her on the phone. Sahara, oops. Well, her name's out there now. I just spirit wanted me to say it. Sahara was always jealous of her sister, okay? Every boy that Sydney ever dated, Sahara nasty ass dated right after. Sahara wanted to wear Sydney's clothes. Sahara wanted to wear Sydney's shoes. Sahara wanted to go everywhere Sydney went, and Sahara wanted to be friends with all of Sydney's fucking friends. Isn't it always the fucking sister? It's always the fucking sister, okay? So, I am convinced, and no one but God can tell me any different. Sahara cast a spell on Sydney while she was driving. That shit was set up, and the reason why Sahara was the last person to talk to her on the phone is because Sahara said something to activate the fucking spell to cause Sydney to have her sudden cardiac arrest right there where the camera was, so that it would look like, on camera, that Sydney had a sudden cardiac arrest, when really Sydney was killed with witchcraft, by spell work, by the fucking Freemason family of mine, okay? Literally, to break my heart. Literally. And I'll get a little bit more into other things that have been done to break my heart, okay? So, Sydney passes away. Now, this is the kicker. Listen to this, guys. Sydney gets cremated. No one in my family has ever been cremated. We have a family plot. My mother, my grandmother, one of my cousins who died at birth, my aunt, and my grandfather are all buried in the same place, around the same tree, foot to head. Okay? That's how they're laid, foot to head. And my mother is on top of her mother. Okay? Now, Sydney got cremated. Why the fuck did Sydney get cremated? Everybody else was buried. Why she get cremated? That wasn't her request. Hiding something. They're fucking trying to hide something. She knows. She knows. She knows. Okay, so listen. It gets worse. Because they were really trying to get to me, okay? I'm very resilient. I lost my parents at 10 and 14. My grandmother and my aunt around the same time. I'm very fucking strong. They thought that they could fucking... No, not me. 1, 2, 3, not it. Listen. So, Sydney passes away. I called my boyfriend in Florida to talk to him because I'm feeling just I'm hurt. Okay. So I'm talking to my boyfriend. Everything seems fine. I get off the phone. 3 days goes by and I didn't talk to my boyfriend. Okay. I'm thinking he's just letting me grieve or whatever, right? So he calls me on the third day, 3 days after Sydney has passed away, right? He calls me. And the first thing out of his mouth is him asking me to do something for him, okay? It was something like, can you go online and do something? Some fraudulent shit, I'm sure, okay? So I go the fuck off. Because I said to him, why the fuck are you asking me to do something for you when you know I just lost my cousin? You ain't asked me how I'm doing, how I'm feeling, nothing. You just want to hop straight on the phone and ask me to do something for you? I went off. Okay? And, of course, he didn't like that shit. So you know what he said to me? This man said to me, you're being a sourpuss. And then he said to me, you need to cry and, what did he say? You need to cry and get over the shit. So you know what I did? I hung up the phone and got over that shit. Not my cousin, him. Fuck you, bitch. Wrong motherfucker. You said the wrong fucking thing. Now, all the other shit I went through with him, okay, sure, I can deal with that shit. But you fucking talk about my cousin that just died? Bitch, nigga, get off my phone. Don't ever get back on my phone again. That was the thing that crossed the line. That triggered me. That's what started my spiritual awakening. I lost my cousin and my boyfriend of 5 years in a 3-day span. That motherfucker said some of the most insensitive shit he could have ever said. If he was sitting in my face when he said that shit, remember, I fight men and dogs. I don't even fight women. I'd have fucked his ass up. He wasn't nothing but 5'3.5" too. So I'd have beat the fuck out that bitch. Oh, something bad happened to his ass anyway. I'm gonna get to that. I don't have to cry. If I get upset, things happen to people, okay? That's why I said motherfuckers gotta watch how they even talk about me. Motherfuckers say my name in the wrong context, something might fall and hit them in the head. Like, dead ass. So, oh, yeah, I can't wait to tell y'all this part of the story. Yeah, we're going over 8 o'clock. If you want to sit and listen, continue to listen, that's fine. So, because I got some shit, okay? So, yeah, I break up with him. I don't talk to him again at all, whatever. So 3 months goes by. I'm literally in this depression. And I've always been gothic. I'm a shapeshifter, though. I have many different styles. So that's why you'll see me sometimes dressed gothic. Sometimes I'm dressed in bright colors. Sometimes I'm dressed like I'm a stud lesbian. Like, it just depends how I feel. I dress to my mood. Now, let me say this to say this. Let me say that to say this. If you see me dressed in all black gothic, I'm not dressed like that because I'm sad. No, I don't get sad anymore. I don't get sad. I don't get depressed. I don't get embarrassed. I don't feel any of those feelings anymore, for real. And if I do get sad, it's literally like a 30-minute dark night of the soul and I'm good again. So I'm not dressed in all black because I'm sad or anything. I just like the way that shit look on me. And I don't know. My name also means little goth. And I think it was German I forgot German? I think it was German when I looked it up. So my name means Joker or Jester, which fitting as fuck. And my name means little goth, which is funny because I love gothic attire, dress, everything. Okay. And I love rock music. I don't know if you knew that. For some reason, I don't channel a lot of rock music, but I love rock music. Okay. So, yeah. Lose them both within a 3-day span. That triggered me. So I start going into a deep depression. I start going like more into my gothicness. Okay. So I'm like dressing in all black. I sewed a veil. I can sew. So I made a veil, started wearing a lace veil over my face. Like, it was a dope ass era though. Okay. Started wearing a lace veil over my face, etc. And I don't know when, why, or how this happened. I don't know. But I was guided, called to the moon. And so I will tell people all the time, I started off my spiritual journey as a witch, okay? But I am not a witch anymore. And if you paid attention maybe to any of my other videos, I think I said it in older videos, there is a level beyond witchcraft and shit, okay? Not everyone is meant to reach that level, but I ascended beyond having to conjure and cast anything. When I started my spiritual journey, I started off with herbs and the little cauldron and chanting and all the things. I started off doing witchcraft, okay? But I was a white witch, okay? I've never done any dark witchcraft except this one time. But I asked God for permission when I found out what my 17-year-old's dad had done and had been doing, trying to literally have me killed. That's when I asked God for permission if it was okay for me to cast a spell. And God was like, yerp. So I did. Okay, so go back to where I was saying, but I am no longer a witch. I do not need, I don't know if anyone's ever heard me say this, I do not need to conjure. I do not need to mix anything together. Nothing. I literally can speak it. And it is so. Dead ass. Let me tell y'all this story really quick to interject, to explain what I'm saying. Because, sorry, I jump around when I tell a story a lot because my mind picks, it's like, hey, remember this? That's important. Okay, so let me tell y'all this part of another story real quick. So I can instantly manifest. I have said, I literally have to watch what I say because what I say happens. Okay. Maybe a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I was traveling twice a week on the bus to Wendy's to use their free Wi-Fi because my handler, we've been on live for 111 minutes, guys. I'm talking about manifestation. 111 and 1111 are a manifestation number. That's hilarious. Anyway, we were walking to go to the bus stop because he wasn't paying the Wi-Fi bill so that I could not post content, okay? Him and other entities have been trying to stop me from getting into the algorithm because my purpose is to teach, to do this. And they did not want me to awaken and ascend to do this because this is how I break free from all of them and set the whole fucking world free one by one, okay? So we're walking to the street so I can go to Wendy's to use a free Wi-Fi so I can still post my content because nothing is going to fucking stop me from my sole purpose. Nothing, okay? The only thing that can stop me is death. And I ain't afraid of that shit. So we're walking to the bus stop to go catch the bus to go to Wendy's so I can post my fucking content, all right? We're walking. We get close to the bus stop. Across the street where the bus stop is, there's this man in the street. And he's literally walking in the middle of the street. It looks like half a phone pole, y'all. It was longer than my fucking desk. It was like this big around, and he's carrying it like it's a toothpick on his shoulder, just swinging it and shit like it was light. I'm like, and I'm walking with my daughters, and I'm like, what in the fuck is going on down here? So I'm looking at him like, and the first thing I thought to myself is, oh, trying to stop me from going to the Wendy's, because he was literally on the side of the street where the bus stop is. He was literally half a block away from the bus stop. The bus was coming in like 5 to 7 minutes. And I'm like, bro, I don't have time for this. I'm going to go post these videos, right? So I tell my daughters, y'all pause. Just stand right here for a second. Across the street where we were is a gas station where my handler works. My 17-year-old's dad, where my handler works. He wasn't at work yet, though. We made it a habit of leaving to go to the Wendy's before he went to work so he wouldn't see exactly what bus we got on and where we were going, okay? So I'm like, wait at the store. We're going to wait at the store to see what this fucking dude does. We got like 5 minutes. Let's see what the fuck happens, okay? So we're standing there and we're watching this dude, and this dude is literally in the turning lane yelling, swinging this pole at cars. And I'm like, okay, my 17-year-old goes, should I tell the store clerk to call the police? I look at my 17-year-old, I say, if you feel that is what you need to do for this situation, do what you are feeling to do, right? So I encourage my kids to trust their own intuition. Don't lean on me for all the answers. I'm not going to be here one day. Trust your own intuition, okay? So my 17-year-old goes into the store, lets the clerk know, hey, dude in the street acting real stupid, might want to call the cops. I shit you not. Within maybe 5 minutes, the cops start pulling up. But I tell me and my kids, come on, we're going to walk all the way down to the other bus stop because I don't think he's going to come this way, right? Bruh. We walk a whole block away. This motherfucker starts drifting towards us a block away with this. I'm like, okay, you really were sent as a fucking distraction and a diversion. Because why are you coming this way, right? So, this is where I'm getting at with the instant manifestation. Just hang with me, guys. Hang with me. Dude is coming up the street. 2 cops pull up. Woo, woo, on the speaker while they're driving behind him because he's walking down the middle of the street still. They're behind him saying, put down the wood. Put down the wood. Dude is like, fuck no. Keeps walking, right? I'm like, oh my God. What in the fuck? So now it's 4 cop cars. And now dude is literally half a block away from us where we're waiting for the bus. The bus is down the street, but the bus can't get by because the cops and the dude are in the street. I'm like, I just want to go post my content, okay? And we were going to eat some Wendy's that day. I just want to have some fun away from the house, okay? With my girls. So, dude steady drifting closer and closer. Now, this man is literally maybe 10, 15 steps away from where we're standing, but he's in the street. Now, it's 7 cop cars. They're all got their lights on. It's just a whole parade in the street for this guy, right? And they're steady, put down the wood. And then me not thinking, I feel bad, but at the same time, I don't know what this man's karma was. I may have been guided to say this for this to happen. I don't know. Okay. I let God's will be done. Okay. So he's walking closer to where we are and I'm getting like irritated and he's literally in the street and I hear, put down the wood. And you hear him say something. And I couldn't make out what he said. So I said, not thinking, just shoot him. Y'all. After I said, just shoot him. I didn't even say it loud. I just said it like sarcastically, right? Y'all, this man took a few more steps past us. The cop said, put down the wood. This man also said, shoot me. Why the fuck did he do that? The Bible literally says, when two are in agreement, I am in the midst. Whatever two say in agreement, it shall be done. Bruh. I said it, then he said it. That's 2 people in agreement. So guess what? Instant manifestation. Yep, you know what happened. I don't know. I tried to look up the news story to see if old boy was okay. I never found a news story. I never found anything about his ass. Ever. So, like I said, it could have been his karma though. I don't know what the fuck that man had did. Like, I could have been guided to say that because God knew he was going to say what he said. And it was meant for him to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Another time, I'm going to get back to the handler story. I just got one more instant manifestation. Another time, me and my girls, we love some ice cream, okay? And the freezer broke this particular year. I think it was last summer. It was last summer. The freezer broke. So we couldn't get ice cream. We couldn't get anything frozen, okay? So this particular day, we are talking about how we miss ice cream and, oh man, I would love to have this kind of ice cream and cookies and cream and blah, 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 right? Just talking. I was on Twitter also that morning and someone on the timeline had a post asking if you like butter pecan ice cream. And I replied to that post saying I used to love butter pecan ice cream when I was a baby. I mean, not a baby, when I was a little kid. But I don't eat it anymore, right? Okay, so, 25 people in here and 52 likes. 25, 52. The numbers are numbering, y'all. Okay, so listen. Confirmation. So we were talking about the ice cream. Somebody on Twitter mentions the ice cream. And I replied back to them about the ice cream, how I haven't had that flavor in forever, right? So I put in an order for Walmart delivery. And I just got some food to cook for that day. I didn't order any ice cream because remember, the freezer is broken. What the fuck would I order ice cream for? Okay? So, the Walmart delivery time comes. They bring the groceries. Okay. I bring the bags in the house. Okay. There's a bag there that doesn't belong to me. Okay. I open the bag, and what's in the bag? Oreo cookie sandwiches, ice cream sandwiches, and a fucking pint of butter pecan ice cream. Instant manifestation. So, I literally have to watch what the fuck I say. Dead ass. I have to be careful what I say because I can instantly manifest. So, back to the story with the handler. What part was I on exactly, though? I knew that was going to happen. Give me a second. Okay. So, yeah, I start off with witchcraft. And within 2 years, I have gotten to the person, the entity, the being, the energy you see in front of you. 2 years ago, I had no fucking idea about anything that I am telling you guys about. I wasn't awakened. I had no idea about anything. I didn't know anything about tarot. I don't think I'd ever even seen a tarot card until 2 years ago. So, like, it literally, your spiritual journey depends on you. It depends on your spirit's tenacity, I guess is what I want to say. Because, like I said, my parents raised me to research and learn. And I've always, like, been a very inquisitive child. So when I started my spiritual journey, it was like super learn mode. I literally would be in my room because around that time, I stopped hanging out with my second handler because I was being awakened to things. When I started my spiritual journey, he had a fucking fit. I remember him calling me an abomination. I remember him telling me that I was evil, all kinds of shit. Because, mind you, he's a missionary and his mom was a pastor. Fake asses. Yeah, no. He literally was trying to keep me from learning tarot and awakening because he knew that if I did, I'd find out about everything that was going on. Okay? Now, remember I told you about the best friend with the fake name, the X-Men name? There was more fake names. I didn't realize until like a year and a half ago. The handler number 3, his name was a fake name too. Listen. Y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? Y'all know the TV evangelist, Robert Schuller? Go ahead. I know you know who I'm talking about. The fucking dude that preaches, the white guy. Yeah. That was his name. That wasn't a fucking coincidence. Also, his middle name was exactly the chakra that he was sent to attack. His middle name was... So, that was a fake name too. Because what are the odds that your name is Robert Schuller, a TV Christian evangelist, but you don't even believe in God? Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Okay, now, my handler, number 2, my 17-year-old's dad, his name's fake too. I don't want to say his name because I'm still in the house with him, okay? His name's fake too. I just say that. His last name, he claims he doesn't even know who his last name came from. He claims that his dad is some other person with a different last name than the last name that he has. And he claims that his mom never told him who this person is that he got his last name from. So he doesn't know who his real dad is. He doesn't know where his last name came from. Because it's fucking a fake name. So flip this whole table over. It's a fake name. Okay? They tried to send another... This shit gets so deep, y'all. I don't even know if I should even keep going. Oh my God. They sent another guy that was supposed to traffic me, okay? I was supposed to be trafficked to Michigan, to Detroit. with this other guy, right? That I thought was my twin flame. This is another reason why I go so hard about the twin flame thing, okay? Because this was a warlock using spell work to pose as my twin, okay? So that I would fall for it and go to Michigan where I would have been trafficked, okay? But he started learning things about me that started to scare him. When he started learning things about me, because he thought I was a fake witch, okay? So when I started telling him, he'd be like, oh, you're really a real witch. When I showed him my altar and all that other shit that I had at the time, he thought it was funny because he was a warlock. So he didn't know who I was. I guess they didn't tell him who he was coming after because they knew. They didn't let this guy know or some shit, okay? So he thought it was all fun and games. Oh, she just thinks she's a witch type shit, okay? I didn't know what this man was even doing. He literally came in at the time that I was going to school to learn Reiki healing, okay? To distract me, to keep me from becoming a Reiki practitioner, okay? It doesn't matter if I learn Reiki or not. I still have healing hands. I don't need to fucking do Reiki. I can just do energy healing. I can touch and heal anyway. So he didn't really stop shit, okay? He was also sent in at the same time that I started my tarot business and channel, okay? So if you go back to the very first video on my channel, that's when I met him. That's when he was sent in, okay? He was sent to throw me off so that I wouldn't learn to row. Then I was supposed to be tricked into moving or going out there so that I would be trafficked and finally disposed of, okay? Now, this is the funny thing. He started doing shit and I didn't know he was doing anything, okay? Because I wasn't fully awakened. I was awakening. So there was still intricacies and things I had no idea about. I didn't know anything much about warlocks. I knew about warlocks. I didn't know about dark magic. I didn't know any of that shit, okay? And I damn sure didn't think I was a fucking target, okay? So he starts doing things to like irritate me, try to piss me off. He's like trying to ghost me, have me waiting days to hear from him type shit. And like I said, when I get upset, paranormal shit, weird shit happens, okay? So soon after he starts acting funny towards me, his grandmother ends up in the hospital. I'm just thinking, oh no, your grandma's in the hospital. I had no idea how karma worked or anything like that. I saw that too, the numbers. I had no idea how karma worked. I had no idea my spiritual ranking yet or anything, okay? I didn't know my power yet, nothing. I was still in witch mode, okay? I was still, okay, so this man's grandmother gets sick and ends up in the hospital. He tried to stop talking to me then. He was scared then. I think he knew what I didn't. He knew why his grandmother got sick. It was because he was fucking with me. Okay? And even though I didn't know that he was fucking with me, my ancestors, I have my mom, my dad, my grandma, my aunt, my cousin, and a dog named Chi that my 17-year-old's dad, confirmation birth, excuse me, he literally got me a dying puppy. He knew the puppy was dying. He got it from some weed man. The motherfuckers knew that puppy was dying. I had the puppy for 2 days and he died on me, okay? They knew what they were doing. This is literally a month or two after my cousin died. They knew what they were doing, okay? So, I have all these ancestors. They did me a favor when they sacrificed my parents and my cousin and my grandma and my auntie. Because I got riders. And then my own energy too, okay? So, oh God, I lost it again. Y'all, I really did just lose it. How the fuck? Somebody, what was the last thing I said? You're okay. Oh. Okay, yeah, thank you. So, I still don't remember exactly the thought that I had, though. It was like a particular thing I was saying. Okay. So, yeah. All those ancestors I got. Thank you, guys. All those ancestors I got, the motherfuckers did me a favor. So, his grandma gets sick in the hospital. She dies, right? He tries to stop talking to me. But I am not understanding that he's trying to run away from me, okay? So I keep in contact. We're still talking, but he's not talking to me as much, okay? Because he's starting to realize this ain't that. Oh shit, no, this motherfucker really is like this. Okay, this is not a witch type shit, okay? So I guess he got threatened or some shit because he kept talking to me even though things kept happening to him. So after his grandmother dies, all of a sudden, he worked at a good job. He worked at Ford, the plant. He worked at Ford, okay? All of a sudden, they're literally, I told you, he gave me the dog, the dying dog on purpose. That's one of my ancestors, one of my spirit guides. That's what I was basically saying, one of my protectors. He had a job at Ford. All of a sudden, they like put him on suspension. He couldn't even explain to me exactly why they suspend. Oh, no, wrong order. I'm sorry. His brother passed away after his grandmother. Like literally, it was like a month after, or like 2 months after his grandmother, his brother suddenly passes away, right? So bro is like, yeah, no, I got a lot going on. My brother just died. Yeah, he's literally trying to run now, okay? And I still don't understand what the fuck's going on. Okay, I'm trying to be there for him. Like, oh, I'm sorry. So right after that, then he gets suspended from his job. And I'm like, why? Because something about him going to his brother's funeral, and he gave them the obituary, but because his name was not on the obituary somewhere, like he got in trouble. So he got suspended. I don't know what happened to him after that. I don't know if he lost his job or not, because right after that, I was supposed to be moving in with him. Well, no, he all of a sudden ghosted. Like he did not want anything to do with me after that. And I remember in the middle of the night, one night, I literally remember waking up, and it was not me that sent this text message. It wasn't. I woke up in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m, and I sat straight up, and I remember grabbing my phone, and I text him one word. I text him karma. And I sent it, and I went back to sleep. The next day, that man texted me and was like, I hope you're doing well, something. I'm like, hey, I thought we were moving. He was like, no, something. So we got in a little bit of an argument, right? So he goes and he says some shit like, well, how I know you're not trying to set me up? And I'm like, why the fuck would I be setting you up? And I said to him, how do I know you're not a trafficker? And you know what he said? All of a sudden he goes, oh, now you're just saying anything, and hangs up on me. I haven't heard from that man since then. He was supposed to be handler number 4. But I started my awakening. So didn't work. So since then, I've had no handlers. None. Besides the one that I'm stuck here living with, besides him. But I don't even count his ass no more. That motherfucker's scared of me too. Like literally, this man, if he thinks that I am upset in any kind of way, he will apologize. He literally the last time he actually like tried to get buck with me, I was trying to get a food stamp case established, and I asked him for a copy of the rent receipt so I could give it to the people, and he looked at me with this smug smirk and goes, fuck no. Something. If I want food stamps, I'll get food stamps. I'll get my own case. And I'm like, okay, well, no food stamps. And guess what happened? God worked it out where I got him any fucking way. So after that, he's been shook after that. Because I literally told him the last time I argued with him, God will take care of it. Watch. God will take care of it. And God has been taking care of it and him and his mama. His uncle is sick. His mama got some kind of mystery shit going on with her. This one, I'm going to say this last story about his mom. And then I guess, unless y'all want me to keep talking, then I'll go. But his mom, the kitchen witch, the pastor, okay? I was in the car with her one day. And this is after I found out that people were doing mirror magic, or I don't know why they were doing mirror magic, trying to off me, whatever, okay? So I remember asking his mom to pick my 20-year-old. She was 20 at the time. She's 21 now. She was 20 at the time. I asked her to pick her up from work because there were no Lyft drivers for some reason for my daughter to get home. And I'm not having that shit, okay? So she comes and picks me up to go get my daughter from work, okay? So we're sitting in the parking lot. My daughter worked at Goodwill at the time. We're sitting in the parking lot of the Goodwill, waiting for my daughter to finish her shift and come out. His mother, out of nowhere, says to me, Jocelyn, the craziest thing, she's so dramatic too. She's like fake dramatic, okay? She's like, Jocelyn, the craziest thing happened to me the other day. I was in the bed. I was knocked out asleep. I'm like, okay. And I don't really listen to her a lot. She just be talking. I don't be listening to nothing she really be saying. But this, when she got to a certain part, I was like, what? So listen, she's like, I was asleep and I was knocked out asleep the other night. And I don't know what happened. She said, I woke up and my room was trashed. And I'm like, okay. I'm thinking like maybe she got up and trashed it herself, right? She said she did not wake up. She says she does not remember hearing anything, feeling anything, nothing. She says she woke up to so much shit thrown around her room that she could not see the floor, and her bed that she was laying in was up against the bedroom door. When she said that, I already knew exactly what it was. But I also heard Spirit say that was not my ancestors. It wasn't my ancestors. It was me. My energy did that shit. That's why she was telling me. She wanted me to say something to confirm to her what she already knew. She wanted me to say something to let her know that that was me. But, you know what I said to her? That's crazy. So things have been happening to her like crazy. She don't even talk to me anymore. Like literally, that woman is avoiding me like the fucking plague. Avoiding me like the fucking plague. When I do pass her by, or like if she's in the driveway talking to her son, I'll walk by. She's like, hi, Jocelyn. Don't say hi. You ain't gotta say nothing to me. I mean, if you feel like you need to say hi to me, fine. But you don't have to say shit to me. Like you don't. So she's very terrified of me too. Because now all these crazy things are happening to her. In the video that I posted earlier, and I was talking about how I posted on X when I woke up with that headache, and I knew it was someone trying to cast a psychic attack onto me, because I don't normally get headaches. And I can tell now what a psychic attack feels like and what an actual, I need to drink some water or eat some food headache feels. I know the difference now. I can feel it, okay? So this particular morning, I felt the headache coming in my sleep because I'm lucid when I sleep, okay? So I can make grocery lists and plan out my whole day and be asleep and still remember that shit when I wake up, okay? So I remember being asleep, and it was around 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I started to get this nagging headache coming. I felt it coming. It was like in the back of my head moving forward. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, God, great. Somebody fucking with my energy. But I was too tired to get up. At some point before I got stronger, it was really easy for them. Like God would wake me up at 3-4 so that I could avoid the attacks. But they were able to put like some kind of sedative spell over me. So even though I was consciously telling myself, Jocelyn, you got to get the fuck up out the bed. God literally just told you to get up. And I know I needed to get up. I literally physically could not. That shit don't work no more. It don't work no more. Now, literally, God can tell me to get up. And if I don't feel like getting up, I can literally like, all right, I know what they're trying to do and go back to sleep and be fine when I wake up. I don't even have to wake up when God tells me to wake up all the time. Sometimes though, I can feel the difference. God, sometimes he's like, get up now. And sometimes it's like, hey, they doing that shit again. You want to get up or you want to, you know what I'm saying? So I can feel the difference. So the other day when I recorded that video about the 12-12 portal and how my handler had been awake all night, casting. I knew he had been awake all night casting because God, that night, when God woke me up at 2:03, it was like one of those wake ups where you're like, it was one of those. Okay. So I already knew, oh, I know what this, and I knew it was a 12:12 portal. And it was 1 hour before 3:00. Okay. So I already knew, yeah, all right, fine. I'll get up. Because I already know what's going on. I knew that when I heard that he was still awake, because I was in the bathroom and I saw him still awake. Usually he'll lay on the couch that is in the living room and I can see him on the couch. No, he was in the living room, still watching TV, still smoking weed because I could smell the weed. Okay. So I knew what it was. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a 12:12 portal. He's been up all night, literally. So I went to go pee and I stayed up. And whatever he tried to send to me, whatever he tried to do, it didn't work. It never does anymore. Like, they try it. They will continue to try it. In my readings, when I pick up on the energy of someone that literally has to be removed from this reality, from life, to stop doing what they're doing, to stop attacking, that part, that applies to me too. My handler, my 17-year-old's dad, literally has to be extinguished, exterminated for him and his mother to stop trying to harm me, okay? The last time I talked to my biological family, they had me in a group chat. They would always ignore me when I would say shit. So I'm like, why am I even in the group chat? I blocked them all. The last messages I got from them before I let my phone turn off completely, because I was being tracked in my phone too. This story, I'm telling y'all, it needs to be a movie. Like, every time I leave the house, police drive by me. Like, literally, they don't even try to be cold. They don't try to be covert. It's always like two cops. They're always watching. And now that they can't track me on the phone because I haven't had phone service since May. That's why I had to go to Wendy's when the Wi-Fi went off. I had this phone number for 13 years until May. I let it go. I let it cut the fuck off. Y'all not about to keep following me, tracking me. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so now his mother, every time he talks stupid to me or tries to do something spiteful, something happens to his mom. Every time. A couple months ago, I literally tweeted, I didn't know what was going to go boom. I didn't know what it pertained to. I just heard the download, something's about to go boom. So I tweeted, something's about to go boom. 2 days later, like I always say, my predictions usually happen within 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years. 2 days later, his mama's car literally blows up in her driveway. He told me she had went out and started a car that was in her driveway that she had not used in a while. She literally got out of the car to walk to the sidewalk because somebody pulled up to talk to her. And seconds after she got out of the car and walked to the sidewalk to talk to this other person, the fucking van blew up in her driveway, took out her side window and half of her porch. Told him something was going to go boom. Like, so, no, these motherfuckers are terrified. They fuck with the wrong one. I don't know if y'all don't know I got a song? No, because I never posted it on YouTube. I have a song, right? Y'all want to hear it? I'll play it. Oh, I can't play it on my phone. Nope. I have to play it from my iPad, and I'm streaming on my iPad. Maybe I can post it. I don't know, because it's copywritten. Even though it's my own song. YouTube be stupid. But I'll post a link. I do. I have it loaded up on YouTube. Now, this song, I am not a rapper. By choice, I'm not a rapper. Okay? I'm a singer. But I am a poet. And I am a damn good poet, too. Okay? But I have not written really much poetry in a long ass time. But I was guided to make a fucking rap song. Let me explain why really quick. I was guided to make a rap song because I kept hearing all these fucking shitty rappers on YouTube. And I'm like, bro, if they can rap and get signed, I can rap too, right? So I'm like, I know I can rap. I'm not even a rapper, and I know I can rap, right? So I hopped on GarageBand on my iPad. No, was it my phone at the time? It was my iPad. I hopped on GarageBand on my iPad, made a beat in like 2 hours, went in my closet and wrote 2 verses, went in my closet and recorded a fucking song in 2 days and fucking bought a United Masters subscription so I could fucking put my shit on Spotify and Apple. Just to prove a point. Sometimes I like to do shit, just be like, I can do that too. Like, so yeah. So I literally made a rap song in 2 days. And the words, literally spirit gave my ancestors and spirit wrote this damn song, okay? Because let me just go ahead and tell you the words to the song a little bit, and then I'm trying to remember to post the fucking link to it on YouTube for y'all to hear it. Now, mind you, I'm not a professional. I made this shit in 2 days in a closet, okay? So the audio is the second verse audio irritates me because it doesn't sound just like the first one, and it's not mixed down because I'm on an iPad in a closet. So, you know what I'm saying? But shit fire to me. So the words, the intro says, I told you, go play where it's safe, but you hard-headed as fuck. And I laugh and I go, a hard head makes a dead body, right? I'm telling you, my ancestors and God wrote this song. So it goes, modern day David, I'm going to slay at the giant. Scrape the sky, the towers fall, these stones crush the Goliath. All babble and scribble, scrabble, you move in defiance. So God woke up a sleeper cell, brought her out of retirement. You're past your date of expiry. To your demise, I'm inviting thee. Fate strings are fatal. And you made it too easy because when you chose to oppress and come against me, Pandora's box got hot and now she's making the scene. Okay, so like, that shit fire. I don't care what nobody say. I got chills even fucking saying my own shit. But yeah, so I'm going to drop that for y'all though. But yeah, my story is a crazy story. Thank you. Y'all want to hear? Okay, listen. Normally, I don't want to hear the rest of it then. Because that was only like the first half of the fucking first verse. Y'all want to hear the rest of it? Okay. Do you want me to start over? Or do you want me to go from where I left off? Okay, keep going from where I left off. Pandora's box got hot and now she's making the scene. No competition with any. I don't compete, but they oppose. I suppose when your possessed obsession seems like a pro. Let the bodies hit the flow. Your life is in repo. Fucked around and learned the price of selling your soul. Which of you dare oppose the concrete rose? Sit in your morose. Watch this phoenix in repose. You picked the right one at the wrong time. Took the blue pill. Instant kill, like cyanide. And then the hook goes, it's giving Midas touch. You might as well fold. You tried to take too much. And now you're so sold like a fool you rushed. And now you're touched. You were never a challenge, just a game for us. Ugh, that shit's so hard. Okay, so the second verse. When I get up, the demons scatter like roaches because their demise approaches. Fuck a season of the witch. You're weak, bitch. I yell it from a mountain to perfect pitch. Fuck your stones and sticks. Karma gonna get my lick back. So tapped in on Morse code, my north node is so cold and Arctic, cathartic, converge on the chaotic. They toxic. My ancestors pop shit. No, wait, wrong part. So tapped in on Morse code, my north node is so cold and Arctic, cathartic, converge on the chaotic. They toxic, but need a mob to pop shit. My ancestors stop shit. Chopsticks, I pluck them like wild lashes, fuck them. If they ever try it again, they got to start from the bottom. And if I ever love again, he got to show me why I got him. Because all the handlers, get it? If they see me, when you see me again, just know that I got it. And my power like utilities, bionic arms can't reach for me. The biometrics are affected. I'm not who the fuck you thought I'd be. It's a tragedy. You played your game black strategy. It was fun for me, but as for you, it's a fatality. That's the whole song, guys. That's my whole song. So yeah. So I don't know if like Spirit wants me to rap or I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I wrote something last night and when I looked at it, I read it back. I was like, bruh, I don't know. I might need to fucking rap. Thank you. That's the problem. To do it all, that's the problem. I have too many talents. So can I just talk about myself for a little while, guys, please? I don't have nobody. I don't have no friends. I don't have no family. And I really don't show people things I work on anymore because of what I've been through. But I feel like I can do this with y'all, okay? When I say I have too many talents, I literally have too many talents. And I can never focus on one because I don't know. I just have hella talents. I draw. Hold on. There we go. That's left eye. Can you see it? I drew this years ago. I haven't drawn a picture in a long fucking time. That's left eye. I draw. I sing. I write poetry. I dance. Like, I can do a lot of things. I can... Hold on. Do I have one in here? There was one time I had a small business where I literally made planners. Like these kind of planners from by hand. Like the reborn babies, that was a small business that didn't take off. Like I can literally do anything. I just can never decide what thing to do because I can do so many damn things. Like, oh, this sketchbook. I was trying to show y'all sketches inside and I didn't even remember I painted this on the outside. I don't know if you can see it, the clouds. There's glitter on the edge of the clouds. You can't see the glitter. And then on the back, it's a nebula. And there's actual like Swarovski crystals glued onto to sparkle like the stars. But this is my little sketchbook, but I don't even really do anything in it. I'm like, I don't know. Something else I worked. Yeah, I remember when I made this. It's a mini sketchbook, but I just wanted to paint. Because I had never painted really before. So I made a heat map. Look at that butt. Look at that booty. I made a heat map of a woman. Like, I just be doing shit. Okay? This desk that I'm sitting at, I did this. This desk didn't look like this when I got it. When I got it, it was a beat up ass brown desk. I literally painted the stripes. I poured the resin. I painted the, like, 95% of the decorations in my room. I made. Like, so I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to do exactly. I'm probably supposed to do all the things like y'all said. I probably am. Okay, so really quickly, back to the songs that y'all fucking left. Where are you, Jossie? Where is everyone at? What do you mean? What do you mean? Where is everyone at? Explain yourself. But waiting for that answer. The songs that y'all commented, like I was saying in the beginning, half those songs, most of them, I know the artists. Other songs, I don't know the songs that y'all put, and the songs that I do know are out of my vocal range. Oh, I don't want to say what state. I think I've said it before, but fuck it. Ohio. I mean, bumfuck Ohio. But yeah, the songs, I don't know a lot of the songs that y'all fucking put, so I don't know what song to even fucking sing for y'all. Pull some cards? Bet. Alright. Pull some cards. Spirit. Universe. Divine. God. Bro, let me move this robe. It's pissing me off. Spirit guides. Spirit team. Archangels. Guardian angels. What messages do you have for the collective? Make me a clear channel in order to receive and relay these messages clearly and concisely for everyone to understand. Archangel Michael, place a hedge around me and the collective as I tap into this energy and do this reading. Keep all negative energy and entities out of my energy and out of this reading, and cause all monitoring spirits to go blind and deaf. Ashe. I was guided to this book. Wow, y'all not gonna believe this. My finger landed on counties of New York. I just posted that reading, was it yesterday? Talking about New York. Thank you. Yeah, so my finger landed on New York. So something about New York. Hold on, my 17-year-old is texting me. Hurry up, phone. All right, so something about New York. And now I'm hearing Alicia Keys. In New York. In the Bronx. Boogie down Bronx. Hold on. I need a bottle of water. All right. So let's see. What is this about? New York. Hold on, y'all. You know we don't do this card pulling, sitting down. Do it. Ooh. Oh, Lord. What is my... Hold on, y'all. Y'all, hold on. Y'all. Ugh. What are you doing with the television? It's a little bit better. Oh my God. Guys, make it stop. Fuck it. We ball. All right, so what is this? What is this energy, spirit? What do we need to know about New York? Is this for someone in New York or is this about New York? I want y'all to be able to see the table. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just feel like I need people to see what I'm seeing when I'm seeing it. Because it makes more sense that way. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Okay. So. Something about Wednesday. Something about Wednesday. I'm seeing Wednesday. I'm seeing every letter except the Y. Okay. Oh, shit. Also, something about Queens. Because I see... Y'all can't even see my face. Because I see QU. The first thought I had was Queens. New York. Queens. And something about Wednesday. Okay, so what the hell happened in Queens on Wednesday? Bay? Okay, listen. Hear me out. This is what I just got. I don't... someone could be meeting... Sorry, I thought I saw something else. Someone could be meeting someone in New York, in Queens, possibly. You could meet someone in Queens that ends up being Bay, okay? And then I just heard, that's Bay. They just don't know it yet, okay? So now, mind you, past, present, or future energy. So just because I say Wednesday, it doesn't mean it's this Wednesday. It doesn't mean it's next Wednesday. It could be 7 Wednesdays from now in 4 years. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So, but for someone, you may meet someone who's going to be your future bae in Queens on a Wednesday. Okay? On Wednesday. Something's happening on Wednesday and your name is Queen. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. I want to ask this question so bad, but I'm not going to because that's like a personal question. But I'm honestly feeling like something with a baby, maybe. I don't know. Why did I just take that deep ass breath? Something stressful for somebody. Because that was like a sigh of like, I don't know, bro. But something stressful, something exhausting. I just saw a letter. Something about a letter. Okay. Is somebody going to child support court or something soon? Or did somebody get like something about court? Paperwork about court or something? Ugh. I'm giving birth. Keep seeing babies. Someone said, oh my God. My name is Jocelyn. No, I'm playing. Okay. Yeah, something about maybe child support court or something like that. With the letter, Bay. I don't know. I don't know for sure, guys. All right, let me see what else comes out. Let me ask my daughter something real quick. 'Cause I swear I can smell the freaking oven on. I'm like, did she forget that the oven is on? Hold on. New York. I don't know the words. Oh. Don't tell me what to do. I'm playing, but I'm serious. Like, don't tell me what to do. If I'm guided to the cards, I'll ask the cards. I ask what God tells me to ask. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not trying to be a mean asshole. I'm just setting boundaries, okay? Don't tell me what to do. Unless you've paid me, don't tell me what to do. And I mean that with all the love in the world, okay? Hold on. I gotta get this card. The two cards that came out, though, Archaic and Quantum, okay? Archaic, if you don't know what archaic means, archaic is something old-fashioned, something older. And quantum, okay? What is archaic and quantum, Spirit? I'm getting, honestly, what I'm getting from that is someone has an old... something otherworldly. Oh. This could be talking about someone's Akashic record, to be honest. What do you mean they blocked you? They didn't you couldn't get in the live until now? Is that what you mean? Ah. Okay. Dang. Damn. Well, don't worry. I'll probably end up posting this anyway, even though I feel like nervous to post it because I told my story, but I've been guided for months to tell my story anyway. And it's always felt very exhausting to think about telling the whole story like I just told to y'all. So I refuse to do that shit again. So I'm going to probably go ahead and just post this because Spirit has been telling me to tell my story because it'll help set me free anyway. So whatever. I'll post it for you to watch back later. But Archaic and Quantum. This could be talking about someone's Akashic record. You know why I say that? All day today, I have been getting this nagging urge to... I was tempted to add Akashic record readings to my list of services, okay? Because, yes, I have the ability to look into Akashic records and the Akashic records of other people, okay? But I was like, I don't know, Spirit, I don't know, and so I didn't do it. It keeps getting stuck for real. Damn. Is it still getting stuck? Oh, okay, so it's everybody else's service. So I don't know, guys. It's good for some, and for others it's not. So people, there's probably energies around you guys that are getting where the live is getting stuck. There's probably energies around that don't want you to hear what I'm saying about the Akashic Records shit right now, okay? Because somewhere, someone, some energy, some entity doesn't want you to know who you really the fuck are. Period. That's what it is, okay? So for those of you who it's getting stuck for, that's exactly why. Something or someone doesn't want you to know that you are archaic and quantum. They don't want you to know shit about your fucking Akashic record, okay? So, yeah, like I was saying though, all day, it was nagging at me to add that shit, I'm like, I don't know, God. I don't know, Spirit. I don't know. And the only reason why I kept saying I don't know is because I literally felt like it was, I know it wasn't my energy. It was like I got nervous and I was like, well, what if I don't know? And I know what I'm talking about. I've been into my own Akashic record. Like, I know what I see. I know what I know. So why did I get doubt? You know what I'm saying? Probably because it's something I'm supposed to be doing. And they're trying to keep me from doing it. I don't need to conjure anything, honey. The 4 cups of water, I appreciate it, but I don't need to do none of that shit. I don't need to do none of that shit. Yeah, somebody doesn't want you to know or doesn't want me to offer that service because, like I said, there's someone. Ooh, I just looked in the word globe, y'all. Yeah, there's someone or someone's. It could be more than one of y'all. Let's not think everybody. Let's not think you're the only one who's got the juice, okay? I looked in the word globe, and the next one I saw was crystalline. You can't see because of lighting. Crystalline. Do you know what crystalline is, y'all? Literally, now you can't hear me. This is some bullshit. They literally playing with y'all. That's all right. I'll record a regular video and drop that shit. They will not stop. They will not stop it, okay? So, I will literally... Hold on. Hold my beer. Watch this. Recording from one phone, streaming from another. Okay, so like I was saying, now the camera angle on the second one on this video is going to be weird because I'm literally on live, recording this at the same time because the energies are trying to fuck with the live so that people can't hear what I'm saying because this is very important for them. So I'm doing this so the message still gets out because I always find a way. Okay, guys. So, someone does not want you to know that you are an ancient something with quantum powers or something, okay? And they do not want you to activate your crystalline body. Do you know what that means? Crystalline body for the camera on the side. They don't want you to activate your crystalline body, okay? Yes, crystalline is also your 5D body, your light body, okay? With your crystalline body, when you ascend to a certain point and you awaken to a certain point, you may physically be here in the 3D, but your body is crystalline. So it comes to a point where you don't even need to fucking eat food normally, okay? And before my handler clogged the tub so that I could not take spiritual baths, I was at that level. I would go sometimes weeks without actually eating food. I would just drink some fucking water, go stand in the sunshine for a couple hours, and I'd be good. I'd be full. I'd be energized and everything. That is a crystalline body, okay? So, there is something that does not want you to know about your Akashic record because they do not want you to know the ancient power that you possess, okay? Literally. Period, too. What else, Spirit? Ooh, okay. Ooh. I mean, I like it when you do that right there. Okay, what? Chingy. Why am I hearing that? Why am I hearing right there? Is that North Carolina? Where is he from? The South, I know that, but where is he from? I like it when you do that right there. Ooh. I don't know what the download is about. St. Louis, thank you. St. Louis. So someone could be, whoever I'm talking to, you could be from St. Louis. Dang. St. Louis is your hometown. I like it when you do that right there. Okay, so St. Louis, hear me out. You are possibly who this message could be for. I don't think you're the only one. You're not the only one that this message is for. I know that for a fact. But specifically, that download came to me specifically for you, okay? Yep. Literally, the ancestors say, ho! The ancestors are singing that shit. Dead ass. The card that came out, the sustainer. What is the sustainer? God. The sun is the sustainer. The grower, the life giver, the sustainer, the creator. Okay? So, hear me out. My mind's doing that thing it does. That thing it does. Listen, who I'm talking to, you got a past in ancient Egypt. I'm just going to say that. You got a past in ancient Egypt. So you know what that means? That means we were probably friends, because I do too. Besties! Okay? So, okay. Could be for you too, Louisiana. Last name Lewis. Interesting. Could be for you too. Like I said, it's not for one person. This message is not for one person. Okay, so listen. Whoever this is resonating with, is the liver quivering? Is it? Hey, hit it. Get it. Speed it up. Oh. Oh. You have flashbacks you can't explain because you are seeing past lives, my friend. I've seen 3 of my past lives. Now, if you've had a past life in ancient Egypt, I want to ask this question, and I'm dead fucking serious when I ask this question. If you feel or have seen that you have a past in ancient Egypt, when you look me in my eyes, even through the camera, do you feel like you know me? And I'm dead serious when I ask you this question. Do you feel like you've known me or you know me? You know why? The card that just fucking fell out, guys. Oh my God. Do you know why you know me? Ancient Egyptians, do you know why you know me? This card says the one. That's why you know me. I'm not your mom. I'm everybody's mom. I'm everybody's mom. That's why I'm a nurturer. I'm everybody's mom. I'm a goddess. So listen. Yeah, that's why you know me. Because we were there together. Now, let me ask Spirit a question real quick before I say what I'm about to say, okay? In fact, you look like me. Do I? I hear that a lot from random people. Spirit, tell me, please, should I say what I felt to say? Hold on. 1 second, y'all. Spirit, can you let me know? Is it safe to say it or no? Nice. Your daughter's a cool person. Everybody I've ever met, and I have not met a lot of Jocelyn's. Every Jocelyn is cool as fuck. Oh. I don't understand this answer. Hold on, y'all. So I really want to know for sure if I should say this before I say this. Okay? Because the way that the fucking cards and shit are coming out, and the way that I feel like I'm being guided to say this, to be honest. And at one point, I kind of used to worry about people like thinking like, oh, this bitch nuts. No, I'm not. There's parts of the story that I didn't tell you. My 17-year-old's name. My 17-year-old's birthday. Because those are personal things about my 17-year-old. But I will say this. Shit. Wheel of Fortune. This is destiny. Fate. It's also karma. But destiny and fate, right? Listen. I'm being guided to tell y'all this. So I'm going to tell y'all this. Those of you who have a past in ancient Egypt or feel you have a past in ancient Egypt, and I said it's because you know me, and you know me because, and the one card came out, you know me because we had a past life together. I am a deity, okay? That's why they tried to stop me from being born. That's why the whole story, that's why all the handlers, that's why all that shit, okay? I am literally a reincarnated deity. My 17-year-old child was named by my handler, okay? My 17-year-old child, my handler was adamant about naming our child Isis. Supreme soul destined by God. That's what that means, right? When I had our child, they tried to give me a C-section that I did not need. They were going to kill me during the C-section, okay? And my destiny was supposed to be transferred to our daughter, Isis. That's why he was insistent upon the name, because that's who the fuck I am reincarnated from, okay? Fool was trying to destiny swap. Get rid of me and live the destiny through our child, okay? So, yeah, you know me because you're just as ancient as I am. You recognize me because you're just as ancient as I am. You're part of my soul family because you were with me then too. Yep. Oh, interesting. Yep, it was his destiny to betray me, because if he didn't, I would have never awakened. I would have never known who the fuck I really am. Absolutely. Deep as fuck. Oh, you want to hear deep? Listen to this shit. So our daughter's name is Isis, right? Now, the story of Isis and Osiris, we do know that, well, you might not know. If you do, though, you'll understand what I'm saying. So we know that Osiris was killed by his brother Seth, right? Right. And then Osiris's son, Horus, that was birthed from Isis, went to avenge his father, Osiris, right? And he got in a fight with his uncle Seth. And Seth took out Horus's, was it the left eye? I think it was Horus's left eye. And that's why we have the eye of Horus, right? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? My handler has a tattoo of a singular eyeball on his forearm with flames that actually look like blood coming off of it, okay? That's not a fucking coincidence. He knows who he is, and I know who he is, and they all knew who the fuck I was. The story is just repeating itself in a different timeline. And this is why I say I'm an omniist. It's the same fucking story, just a different timeline every fucking time. It is crazy. Imagine how I felt when I fucking put it all together and realized it. Yeah. So like I said in that post the other day, if I told you my story, you wouldn't believe it. This shit is literally a fucking movie. And I have never wanted to really say anything because I didn't want people to think, oh, she's just so full of herself and she's so conceited. She thinks she's, and nigga, no, I know. I went into the Akasha record. I saw who I was and who I'm supposed to be this lifetime too. I know. It is our time. That's why in that one post I asked, I said, new Earth is loading. And I said, are y'all ready? That's why every time I record a video, I am thanking y'all. Like I said, y'all have no idea what y'all have done by subscribing and getting me out into the algorithm. That's why I keep saying that. Y'all have no idea. They've been trying to suppress me and hide me on every platform for the last 2 fucking years. That's why we talking shit to Elon. How do I see my Akashic records? You do not have to find an Akashic records reader. Now, some people are not granted access for some reason. Why? I'm not sure. But depending on your heart and your intention, you literally just have to meditate and pray and ask to be taken to be taken to the Akashic library, and then ask to see your Akashic record, okay? Everyone is not allowed to see everyone else's. Only certain people are allowed to see everyone else's records because those people are pure of heart and they're not going to do anything, you know what I'm saying, to betray the people's record, you know what I'm saying? So it literally depends on your spirit. People of evil spirit are not allowed to enter the Akashic record because they'll use that information for bad, to destroy people's destinies, etc. Okay? So you literally, all you have to do, what I did, I laid down like I was going to astral project, laid down, closed my eyes and just meditated. I literally asked for one of the guardians of the library if I was allowed to come and take me to the Akashic library, okay? And then I waited. And then a guide came to me and escorted me to the Akashic library. And when I say a guide, if you do get access, you will have someone like like the figures in the Egyptian hieroglyphs, like an owl-headed man. That's who came to me. It was a man's body with an owl head, and he was literally dressed in like some ancient shit. And he took me into the Akashic Library, and it's fucking huge. Like the type of shit you would see in a movie. It's fucking huge. And we literally like damn near teleported to where my particular record was. And when he took me there to my record, that's when he left. And I was able to sit and actually, it's a book. Well, mine, I don't know if everybody else's is like this. For me, it was a book. And I was able to open this book. And when I opened the book, it was like it started playing like a movie. And I was able to see who I was in my past lives, or my first life. And I got to see who I'm supposed to be in this one. You can actually, if you go to my actual like profile page, I think it says like links or something like that. You can click on it and I'll have all these links. I think my email is there. If not, I'll actually post a post after we get off to let you know my email and stuff so you can contact me. Spirit, hold on. Anything else, Spirit, for the collective? What time is it? I gotta get off here before my handler comes back. I can't wait to get out of here, y'all. I literally can't wait. I haven't had a spiritual bath in so long. I've just been doing the next best thing. Oh, I will. I just don't know when. Just like I knew you guys were all coming. I just didn't know exactly when until the last download I got about you guys. Listen, I literally knew you guys were coming because the download's in my notebook. I just don't feel like flipping through the pages. I got a download about all you guys maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It was like a month ago maybe. No, it was like 3 weeks ago, okay? So I was sitting here and I got a download. No, I lied. This was like a month and a half ago. Like a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, okay? 2 months. Told you, 2 months. Watch. 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years for my predictions. Listen, I was sitting here and I decided to do a spirit box reading. So I turned on the spirit box. Yeah. I turned on the spirit box. And when I turned on the spirit box, I got this message. So I was writing the message down and I didn't understand it. I was like, what the fuck is it talking about? But towards the end of the message, listen, this was right before the Wi-Fi got cut back on, okay? Spirit literally told me to gather this group or something like that, he said. Hold on, I might have to go to the actual, because it was like Spirit told me to gather this group together. Don't worry about how, just to load. And I was like, okay. And then literally like a few days later, the Wi-Fi came back on and I started posting. I just started posting. And then you guys, slowly but surely, showed up. I did what I was told. Hold on. I really want to find it. Damn. That's the only... I wish I had a table of contents. Y'all see how I be organizing my fucking downloads and shit, though? I'm literally tempted to start making a table of contents for these damn things. Because when I want to find one that I know I have, I can't ever find it. That's true, too. Spirit will tell you how to take one. Because that's how I learned how. And also, too, you really don't even need to do anything special to take a spiritual bath. Like I said, the tub is clogged. He broke the tub, so I can't take fancy spiritual baths. I still find a way. So you know what I do? Wait, what? Okay. You can literally just stand in the shower. You don't need any special herbs or anything. You can literally just stand in the shower. Yep. Somebody just said it too. You can literally just stand in the shower, focus your intention, and pray as the water washes from your head down to your feet. And imagine and say out loud, if you have to, that you want to wash away all the negative energy, all the spell work, all that shit. It's just, You don't have to do anything special. Okay? You don't. You can literally go jump in the fucking river, and as long as you have the intention of cleansing your spirit, so be it. That's sweet. God loves music. God loves singing. I can't find it. I don't feel like flipping through all this right now to find it. But yeah, literally, Spirit told me, but it said something about by the 5th of the month, gather this group or gather this community or something like that. It said, and it said, don't worry too much about how, just load. And I was like, by the 5th of the month. And I was like, oh, I understood it exactly. God was telling me that the Wi-Fi was going to be back on by the 5th of the month, which was last month, November. The Wi-Fi was going to be back on by the 5th of the month. And that if I posted and uploaded content, that you guys would come. I didn't need to worry about how you guys would come. I just needed to post. And that's what I did. And you guys came. Just like I was told. It took 2 weeks. And you guys came. So, I knew you guys were coming. I did. It's just been a long ass time coming, man. Ha! Nice. Yeah, I think I started back posting on it was the 3rd, the 5th, I think it was the 4th, 3rd, 4th, or 5th. I can't remember exactly which day, but I did exactly as I was told. And now you guys are here. So, now the real work begins. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Nice. You found me in the algorithm. Good. That makes me happy. That means that they're not hiding me anymore. They've been hiding me for 2 years, guys. Like, if you ever are bold enough to go back to my first set of readings, mind you, I have 500 something videos now. So that's a long ass scroll backwards, but they've been hiding me since the fucking beginning. Nice. Of course. I knew I had the call since I was little. Literally, I knew. I would be laying in my bed sometimes, and I would just be like, dude, I know I am supposed to be doing something important. I knew it. I would look at my name and the way the letters all look together, written down. I knew that my name was supposed to be either known or on something for everyone to see. I just knew, guys. I just knew. I just didn't know. I thought I was supposed to be a singer or some shit, to be honest. I thought I was supposed to be singing or dancing or something. I never expected this at all. But out of all the talents I have, this is by far the most fun for me. And like I said, I have a lot of talents, okay? But this shit hits different. This is fun for me because this is not just me drawing, or this is not just me singing a song. This is me helping people. This is me saving lives. This is me serving people, okay? So there's nothing wrong with you being a loner. Hell no. When I was younger, I always stayed by myself. I didn't realize what that meant until now. But my family used to make fun of me and call me a hermit. That was protection, okay? That was protection. Also, iron sharpens iron. So, if you're alone or a loner, etc., guess what's sharpening you? You and God. Iron sharpens iron. You wouldn't be able to get sharpened the same way if you were getting sharpened by other people or distracted by other people, etc. You are separated from the rest because iron sharpens iron. You are sharpening yourself. And God is sharpening you. Okay? So, yeah, ain't nothing wrong with being a loner. At all. Spirit, anything else? Oh, let me write down this Akashic record thing so I don't forget. Yeah, I probably will add the Akashic record reading to my services. There's a lot of things I want to add, but I'm hesitant. There's also confirmation verb. There's also a lot of things I want to do in the future for the collective on the channel, but I'm waiting to hear things back from YouTube so that I am able to move forward with those. So like there's members only stuff that I want to put in place, but I can't do that until I'm monetized. So I literally can't do any of those things. I remember that song, Cleopatra's coming at ya. But yeah, I literally can't do anything that I want to do until I am approved. So, but this list right here, you see that long ass list? That's all stuff I want to do for the collective in the future as members only stuff, okay? Because, like I said, I am literally doing this to help. I enjoy helping people, okay? That's just my nature. That's why my dumb ass, no, don't talk about stuff like that. That's why I ended up in the situation I ended up with my handlers and shit. Trying to be helpful, trying to help people. That's just how I am. It's just, I can't help it. Even if someone has done me wrong, sometimes it's hard for me to be like, okay, like the other day I was in the kitchen and my handler wanted to come in the kitchen to wash his hands for some shit. Like, first of all, I'm cooking. The kitchen's small as fuck. Get away from me. But when he came in, instinct, my stuff was by the sink, kind of in the way so he couldn't wash. I was guided by God not to help this man, okay? So instinctually, he walked in and I just went, oh, you want me to move it? I can move it. And I'm thinking to myself, no, girl, don't help this motherfucker. And he was like, no, I got it. And he went to the bathroom to wash his hands. I'm like, yeah. But yeah, no, instinctually, that's just my nature. So it was like, oh, you want me to help? You need me to move it? I can move it. No, fuck him. I'm glad he decided to take his ass to the bathroom to wash his hands. Because I shouldn't have been that nice in the first place. But yeah, y'all, let me see. Spirit, anything else really quick? Why am I being guided to that? Okay, I'm being guided to the weirdest thing. I never get guided to this. But okay, I have a stack of, 2 of them? Okay, I have this stack of envelopes, okay? These are letters. Now, what these letters are, wait, I know what, isn't that a quote from, Helper? Wasn't that on Rick and Morty? Wasn't Helper on Rick and Morty, the little robot that gave him the butter? Is that, am I right? Okay, these letters are channeled messages, but they're like channeled love messages. So I don't know who these are going to be for. I was guided to them. I'm never guided to them. Y'all have never even seen these. So this is for someone, some love messages from someone in your energy who, I don't know. Why? I don't know. You know. The first one. Oh my God. I'm wholesome. Guys, this first one, the time says 3:43. So something could be significant about the number 43. The time 3:43. Also, the number 1 is on here. But this card says, so for whoever this is for, this person wants you to know that the next time they see you, they hope that you're ready because they're going to make love to you for hours. And they can't wait to please you and show you just how much they missed you. That's what this channel letter says. Y'all, keep me out y'all business. So yeah, for someone, that letter, someone can't wait to see you because when they see you, they gon', I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be more serious. I'm trying. All right, the second letter. The second letter. I feel like this is the same person. This is the same person. Okay, this is not for 2 different people. This is the same person. This one, the time is in military time. So this person could be in the military. I don't know. Also, the number 9 is on this card. So something could be coming to a close. Number 9 is like something coming to a close. Something coming. This is not an 18 plus spirit. What are we doing? What are we doing? So something coming to an end. And I feel like what's coming to an end is you and this person being away from each other, okay? Because this card says, baby, I can't get you off of my mind. I can't wait to kiss your lips and hold you in my arms. I miss your energy. You bring me peace. I try to hold in my love, but I can't hide. Yeah. They try to hold in their love. They try to hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Y'all, please. Please. I am a wholesome flower. I never said such things. That's a damn lie. I'd be saying some raunchy ass shit in my 18 plus readings. I'm gonna pull an 18 plus card real quick and see what the fuck comes out just for the fuck of it. Dinner and dessert for 2. This person, somebody about to get devoured like a pudding cup with no spoon. Dinner and dessert for 2. This is not an 18 plus reading, spirit. Why do you... I'm being guided to take another one. I'm going to take another one, okay? This is not an 18 plus. Oh my God. Choking you while he strokes you. Can we please? Can we please? Who? Can we please? Get your person. Get your person. What's that one? Oh my God. I look in there because the cards are still split in 2. And I see, I love the faces you make. I'm going to take one more. This person's funny. Look, it just says, look, Ma, no hands. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Whoever this person is, I'm done. I'm done. I'm just glad one of them really, really crazy cards didn't come out. I got some crazy ass cards in these 18 plus cards, okay? I'm just grateful these were the mild cards. Because it's some spicy shit in there, okay? So, let's see. I feel like that's it, guys. I feel like that's it. I'm going to sit back down. I'm going to finish smoking my weed with you guys. And then, yeah, that's mild. You have no idea what I got in. I might be telling on myself because I'm the one that wrote these cards. So, yeah, that's mild. That's mild compared to what I got in here. Let me see. Let me see if I can find something. Oh, this is one. I call him the Grim Reaper because my soul always gets snatched. Hold on. Oh, here's another funny one. Wake you up with dick. We call that breakfast sausage. Hold on. Oh, she looks so wholesome, but all she needs is 5 minutes to make you come. Threesome. That one's a lovey-dovey one. Hold on. There's some shit in here. Like, there's literally some shit in here, okay? Let's see if I can. From the roota to the toota. Right. I saw what you said about the narcissist need not apply. Oh, I want to massage your cervix. There's one in here that says, I want to ride your chin. I want to ride your chin fro like a 10-speed. Soon though, if I can hurry up and get YouTube to approve my shit, no one will have to fucking sign up for Patreon to get the 18 plus readings. They'll be on the members only content on the channel. So I really want them to hurry the fuck up so that y'all don't have to go to Patreon and this place and that place for this thing and that thing. Nah, I want everything in one place that everybody can access it easily, okay? But yeah, let me sit down, finish smoking my smokes, chat it up with you guys for a little bit longer because my handler gets off of work at 10. So he'll be back in about 45 minutes. And around the time he comes back, I always play like I'm asleep. True talent. I love you too. I love breakfast for dinner. I am one of the people, I will literally eat dinner for breakfast too. I don't give a fuck about the societal rules. Who the fuck says I want something sweet in the morning? I don't want cereal. I don't want pancakes. I don't want waffles. I want ribs. I want mashed potatoes. I want fried chicken. I want lasagna. I eat what the fuck I want in the morning. I will literally wake up and make a fucking blue cheese and spinach burger with fries at 7 in the morning. I don't care. Anarchy! Like Carmen said, whatever, I do what I want. I mean that. I do what the fuck I want. Thanks, I made this. What the fuck haven't I made? I just realized, guys, I made this out of a fucking antenna and a pen grip. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of burning my lips. I'm tired of burning my nails. I'm tired of using paper crutches. I'm going to make something that I can smoke my doobies with. I'm very innovative. You see why they were trying to hold me back? Oh, I just heard the song Galvanize. When they look up in the sky, don't hold back. That was a download I got like a couple weeks ago, okay? That just popped into my head. Somebody might like the Sonic movie. Somebody's a real big fan of Jim Carrey. But somebody also likes Sonic. And I'm not getting the movie. I'm getting like someone likes the video game, okay? Oh, come on. Get your person, this freaky ass person in my energy right now. Get your person, because I literally just heard I'm going to knock the Sonic rings out that ass. Please, please. I have a family. Who is this person? Yeah, with this, yes. Because who is this person? I was never a Sonic kid for some reason. I liked Mario and Donkey Kong. Love me some fucking Donkey Kong. And then Crash Bandicoot. Could nobody see me on Crash Bandicoot? Oh my God. And don't get me started on fighting games. I'll whoop anybody's ass in Tekken and Mortal Kombat right now. I don't even have an Xbox or a PlayStation, but I'll still whoop your ass right now. Shoot. On them iMessage games, I used to play random people in iMessage games. And it was always funny because I would just get random people online to play with me, right? It was always guys that were like, yeah, I'll play with you. And we'd exchange numbers and shit, right? And they'd always think that they were going to beat me because I was a girl. And we would play any game. Bowling, pool, the fucking basketball shooting, the shooting, any game on Apple Games and iMessage, I would always whoop their ass. They'd always ask, do over. You're not going to win, my guy. You're not going to win. And they'd be so hurt. How you lose 3 times in a row to an old woman? Get out of here. I used to love the fuck out of video games, y'all. Yeah, your baby's a little mannish. Get your man out my energy. He's saying explicit things to me. I don't want to hear it. No. You know damn well, with the cards I just read, you know damn well. He probably got some other shit to say. I just ain't hearing it. I'm tuning him out. Driving games, fuck yes. Forza, Gran Turismo was my shit. Could nobody beat me in Gran Turismo either. Good. I don't drive. That's the listen, y'all. I do not drive. I've never had a car. I've never owned a license. I don't drive. But I love some fucking driving games and I love go-karts. Make it make sense. I can drive the fuck out of a go-kart in a racing game. But I don't like cars. I remember Mike Tyson knockout RoboCop, I remember that one too. I just never played it. Mike Tyson Knockout was fun. Ready to Rumble. Ready to fucking Rumble. That was my shit. What was that dude's name with the afro? I forgot his name. Damn. I got a character that I draw that reminds me of the fucking dude from Ready to Rumble just because I draw him with a big ass afro. That no other reason. He doesn't even look like him for real. The character's name, yeah, the skinny dude. My character's name is Do Thang. Let me see if I got him in here. I've been drawing this motherfucker since I was like 15, bro. And I named him Do Thang. Here he is. That's Do Thang. That's my nigga Do Thang. I forgot his name too. I don't remember his name either. I just know that was my favorite character. Let's get ready to rumble. Man, I want to play some video games. Knowing damn well if I turn on a damn game and played, I'd play for 5 minutes and turn that shit right back off. I stopped playing video games after handler number 3. Because I had bought an Xbox S series. That's how long ago this was. And I bought a game for me and him to play together. And I was a gamer, okay? But after that shit with him, I fucking sold the Xbox and just never, I don't know. It's probably some fucking shit I gotta heal for real. Because healing is never done. You just get to a point where the main shit doesn't affect you anymore. But there's still the little itty bitty things, you know what I'm saying? Like me not playing video games anymore. That's not really a major thing that needs to be healed. But if I want to play video games again and enjoy them, I'm going to need to heal that. You see what I'm saying? But like, it's not a major thing. So yeah, our healing is never done. It's just a major shit gets healed and then you're free to move about the country. No, it went out again. Fuck it. Whatever. Well, y'all got any more questions or anything for me before I get up out of here? Anything? Anything? Whew. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, oops. My other daughter texted me. No questions? All right. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and hop off now then because my 21-year-old is, hold on. What does it mean when you feel that you are stuck and you want to move? Are you talking about in a dream, in real life, actually physically, like you want to move your body and you can't? What context? I need to know these things. No. What's happening Wednesday? Let me see if I can. Spirit, what's happening Wednesday? Which deck am I got? Let's see. Oh, shit. For somebody, what's happening Wednesday? I got the 2 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and oh shit, the 2 of Wands twice. Okay. So for someone on Wednesday, someone's going to be making plans for something because my eyes were drawn to future planning on the first 2 of Wands. That's upright. So that's future planning, progress, something moving forward, something, a decision being made, something like that, okay? The 9 of coins of Pentacles is upright. That's luxury, culmination. That's like reaping rewards, something good coming to you, okay? And then the last 2 of Wands, the second 2 of Wands that's in reverse, says the fear of the unknown. Okay, so on Wednesday, something is going to happen that's going to future planning. I don't know. Somebody could possibly be getting engaged is what I'm hearing. Because future planning, that's getting like planning a wedding to me. And then the 9 of Coins, luxury, culmination. That's like the good life, happiness. And then the fear of the unknown. So this is someone who's never been married before. Possibly that's going to be getting engaged on Wednesday. If not an engagement, someone could be coming to ask you to build a future with them. And if not that, I'm also getting this could be someone starting a new job or something. Also, I'm also getting this could be someone you're making a decision to start something or move forward with some kind of thing you're working on, or like I'm getting like a business or something. Whatever this is that you're deciding to move forward on, you're going to start this thing on Wednesday, and this thing is going to bring you the 9 of Pentacles, luxury, stability, moolah. But you have to shake this fear of starting this thing or doing this thing by Wednesday. I don't know if it's by Wednesday, but it could be the opportunity will come to you or arrive on Wednesday, and you have to make a decision. The 2 of Wands, you have to make a decision and not make a decision based on fear, okay? Because whatever this decision is, it's going to shape your future type shit, okay? Make or break, luxury or the ghetto. But yeah, that's, that. But anything else? You got 1 minute. Anything else? Because my 21-year-old just texted me. I didn't realize she texted me like 45 minutes ago to ask if she could come upstairs or let her know when I was done so she could come upstairs because she's cold. The ear pop. Oh, shit. Okay, confirmation. All right, let's see. All right, your time is up. It wasn't even 1 minute. It was like 30 seconds. I'll wait 30 more seconds. For the next 30 seconds, enjoy this face. Oh, yeah, and I never did sing a song. Because I didn't ever, wasn't one of the list. Only fucking song I keep hearing in my head is Gosh Damn Unbreak My Heart. I don't want to sing that sad ass shit to y'all, even though I can't sing the hell out of that song. If you want me to sing it before I go, you better say something now. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I try my best to be informative. You're welcome. Thank you guys for freaking showing up. Shoot, thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes. Okay, so someone said they do want me to sing the song before I go. Okay, I got one. Yes, I'm going to do it. I get high as fuck, too. Okay, closing song. Okay. Let me go ahead and stand up then. I don't feel like standing up. Okay, I'll just sing. La 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 la. I gotta stand up. My heart. Don't leave me in all this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. Come back and bring back my smile. Come and take these tears away. I need your arms to hold me now when nights are so unkind. Bring back those nights when I held you beside me. Unbreak my heart. Say you love me again. Undo this hurt you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart, my heart. Take back that sad word goodbye. Bring back the joy to my life. Don't leave me here with these tears. Come and kiss this pain away. I can't forget the day you left. Time is so unkind. And life is so cruel without you here beside me. Unbreak my heart. Say you love me again. Undo this hurt you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears. I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart. My falsetto is trash. Don't leave me in all this pain. Don't leave me out in the rain. Bring back those nights when I held you beside me. One break my heart. Say you love me again. Undo this hurt you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears. I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart. Oh, baby, come back and say you love me. Unbreak my heart, sweet darling. Without you, I just can't go on. Okay, yeah, whatever. I can do it, but it's a lot of energy, and I might hit the floor if I keep going on that part. But yeah, there you go. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow with some readings and shit and stuff. I love you guys. I hope I didn't break your speakers on your fucking devices.